You know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to hear about the rain, the snow, nothing. What did the Eagles say? What did Jalen Hurts say? When it's rain and sleet and when it's snow, it's time to go. Remember that quote?
My nigga Tyler, turn up.
What's good, everybody? Where you hiding? Where you hiding? Where you hiding? EC1 will be here in a moment. There he is. What's good, EC1?
Hey, what's up, man? Sorry about that. I had to eat my favorite chips. Veggie. What are they?
Anyway, you eat veggie chips?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's your boy EC1, along with Hiding with the Champ Podcast. My co-host. Where you hiding? How you doing, dude? Obviously, we came off a W. There's a lot of things we got to talk about. We got the Vikings coming to town. They just lost to the Buccaneers. But when I was watching the Buccaneers versus the Vikings, I think that we're going to be able to do a lot more than the Patriots, man. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. There's some things we got to clean up. The offensive penalties. I mean, not offensive penalties. The offensive coordinator Brian Johnson wasn't very good. We all agree that he needs to get better. You know what I'm saying? Looking like Press Taylor out there calling these plays. You know what I'm saying? And it just he needs to get better, dude. Like you got Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, and AJ Brown. Can you explain to me? And you also have DeAndre Swift. I'm trying to figure out how the hell you don't use those guys properly and put these guys in the best position to succeed. Right? You're supposed to be an offensive coordinator. And
I'll tell you what it is.
Right. Go ahead.
I'll tell you what it is. They're new. They got to work on their chemistry. And this is basically their first ever game they coach together with. So I expect all of this to, just mesh together when it comes down to the Vikings game. They'll be better with that. And then as the season goes along, we just get better and better. And we get more comfortable around each other. So this is just really, a warm-up game for these guys. I consider this, a rust game for Jalen Hurts. He didn't do bad, but he didn't do great. So, really, let's just adjust.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's going to come down to this coaching, right? Because if your coaching does not improve, you're going to lose football games. You know what I'm saying? And you definitely can lose to the Minnesota Vikings. They're not something to sneeze at. They got Justin Jefferson. They got Jordan Addison, the rookie receiver, who I thought had a great game last week. You know what I'm saying? Justin Jefferson was pissed off that he lost. And what do you say? I want to win. So they're going to come in Philadelphia, and they're going to want blood. They're going to want a vengeance. They're going to want to get that W so bad because they don't want to start off the season in 2023 with an 0-2 record. They have the Bears. They have the Packers. They have, the Lions. They have a tough division. So they need that W as much as we need that W also, right? The good news is we're 1-0. The bad news is there's some things that need to be cleaned up. Obviously, it's a great thing to win, but at the same time, I need a convincing W. You know what I'm saying? You should not be – I hear a lot of people talk about what's a W, Mac Jones, Bill Belichick, this and that. Listen, man, that team was not on our level. And I don't care what anybody says. That team should not be on our level. And the fact that we made it to the game, because the fact that we shot, what did we talk about? Inflicted wounds. When you don't convert, when your play calling is shitty, when you don't have a identity, you know what I'm saying? When you're not practicing, when you're not starting guys in preseason, and you're relying on joint practices. Nick Sani talked about it yesterday. Joint practice. Well, we need to review it next year. Well, how about review it this year? How would we reviewed it last year when you know these guys were rusty last year? And you thought, okay, well, they were fine last year. So let's start the joint practices again. Joint practice, you're not really hit it. That's why preseason is such an important thing to have. It's not about the young guys. It's about these guys also playing. They're starters because they haven't played since the Super Bowl. So, yeah, there was a lot of rust. Obviously, when we're going to bring that up. But when you got these guys literally holding, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the Patriots. But, when you're freaking holding like this, like, watch the film, man. I mean, I realized that our defense was getting pressure. It's just when you're freaking holding like this, I have an issue with that. How do you not call these penalties? These refs get paid millions of dollars, and yet they're getting freaking holding calls every single time. And they don't
Appreciate it, Slitta.
You know what I'm saying? They don't call it. You're telling me how the hell you get away with that? But you're going to call blatant, stupid calls that have nothing to do with the fucking game. You're calling sportsman conduct, I bet. You know what I'm saying? You'll call roughing the passer, I bet. But you won't call these holding calls that literally the guy is holding on his jersey. Look at the hold, dude. Tell me where the holding isn't there. So, no, it's not the fact that the Patriots were good. They were freaking holding all game. They couldn't handle this defense. So the best way to stop them is freaking hold. Because if you don't hold on Jalen Carter, you're going to be in for a long ride. Your quarterback is going down without no special blanket, no pillow. He's just going right down on the turf.
What's good, Sports Live and ATL and NYG 31? Oh, what's good to the two people in the chat that just came in?
For sure. We got a Giant fan here, man. I don't know why you here, dude. You made all these Cowboy fans talk today, man. You got embarrassed, man. I told y'all Giant fans that Dane Jones need all these weapons. Y'all told me he didn't need anything. So I ain't trying to hear no excuse from y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to be
You have no right to call anybody trash, especially when you put a goose egg up on the board.
Absolutely, bro. You made the Dallas Cowboys look like they're freaking Super Bowl champions out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, you got embarrassed. You got your ass whooped, dude. You might not win a game this year. I told Giant fans they might not make the playoffs this year. Get ready to take from Marvin Harrison Jr.
And you got to travel to the West Coast 3 times this season.
They might lose it every. Cardinals might get their first W against y'all. I'm just saying. Like, dude, like, there's no need for them to talk, man. I need a Giant fan to hush up. You know what I'm saying? I know Giant fans are doing this right now. I know what they're doing. They're doing this. They're doing this like I always show you. Where's it at? Where's that clip at? Is this it?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. Daniel Jones is trash. Don't ever compare him to Jalen Hurts ever again. The dude's trash. They're overpaid. He's overrated. He's not a franchise quarterback. Y'all need to go get a franchise quarterback because he's not the guy. He looked horrendous yesterday. And y'all can talk about the offensive line, this and that. That man had all day to throw. It's just the fact he holds on the ball too much. And let's be real, your offensive line's been trash. I've been saying that. But here's the thing. I don't care what Giant fans say because they told me that their offensive line was perfectly great, that they had receivers. They're hyping up that dude Hyatt. And they had nobody. I told Giant fans, y'all need more than just Hyatt. So y'all need to sit down and be quiet, man. You know what I'm saying? Didn't call the Cowboys trash. What are you talking about? Yeah, and I called y'all trash too. You know what I'm saying? Like I called you trash too. I called you trash too. And the Bills defense getting carved up right now. That's going to be a problem. Like I said, they just need a quarterback.
What? The Jets are winning?
No, but they're about to win because their defense can't stop nothing right now. Yeah, the Jets are winning now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, dude, like the Giants stink, dude. I'm sick and tired of hearing y'all. So until you win a game, don't talk to us today because we're 1-0. As much as the Cowboy fans want to talk about 40-0, that's the Super Bowl. They will not do that to another team this year.
Mm-hmm.
They will score 40 points, but they'll never shut out a team like y'all. Y'all did the worst thing y'all can do, and that is get shut out by the most annoying ass fan base, the
I'm
Dallas Cowboys.
exhausted. What are you exhausted for? Ugh, get out of here.
Who you talking to?
Slitta.
Why is he here, man? Man?
Because he's undefeated too.
He beat the Panthers.
Miles Sanders fumbled in that game.
Of course he did, man. Of course he did. Miles Sanders is trash, bro. But they told me he was a great running back. But let's get back to it. Eagles playbook. What's up, man? I'll give you the link if you want it. Just let me know. I'll send it to you on Twitter. But like I said, the Vikings and the Eagles game. There's some things that I'm a little worried about. That secondary dude with James Bradbury out. I'm hoping they put Eli Ricks in there. I like Josh Jones, but I'd rather feel comfortable with Eli Ricks. Eli Ricks can go against these receivers, and I think he should have a chance. But I think they're going to play Josh Jobe. Nakobe Dean, unfortunately, goes down. The dude can't stay healthy, can't get a break. You sign Rashad Evans. Rashad Evans is, to me, a guy that I think is a depth piece. But I feel like we should move him up to the roster because it's not going to hurt you. I mean, to me, he might be better than Ellis. I was not impressed with Ellis yesterday. I watched the game and our linebackers just nothing really stood out to me with that linebacker core, man. I know
they really can't guard the tight ends for anything.
No, they got carved up by these tight ends, bro. Mike Glinchey, whatever his name is, and then freaking
Glazinski.
Hunt. Go ahead.
Glazinski.
I don't know the dude's name.
But yeah, anyways, all you have to do is run behind these linebackers, and you got them. Just throw over their heads.
Mike Gesicki. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what is your thoughts?
Just throw over our linebackers. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, fortunately, man. Fortunately, dude. Yeah, I'm hoping that we come out with a statement, man. I just want this offense to click so bad. Dallas Scott didn't even get a freaking catch yesterday.
Wow.
The best tight end in football didn't even get like Brian Johnson. He caught his worst game I've ever seen from an offense coordinator. He might have been worse than Press Taylor. Now I might overreact, but again, man, it's Overreaction Monday. You know what I'm saying? Overreaction Monday. That's just the way it is. We did get the win, but at the same time, there's some things to clean up, dude.
Yeah.
I could care less. But like I said, man, there's a lot of things that we gotta clean up. The offensive line. Let me show you that one. And that offensive line was Lane Johnson got beat. He got beat yesterday, man. He got absolutely bullied by that offensive line, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? There was nowhere for Jalen Hurts really to go because that offensive line had him figured out, man. Shout out to my guy Brian Bogner. He does a very excellent job in breaking down film.
Yeah.
But dude got absolutely beat. And I want to pull this up real quick because everybody talk about Jalen Hurts inaccurate issues, but when you're off your blind spot gets beat like that, I can't put it too much on Jalen Hurts, dude. I know a lot of people want to sit there and say Jalen Hurts had a bad game. Yeah, there was some throws he was missing. But again, when that offense line is not doing their job and they veterans and they supposed to do their job, it's a problem, man. And obviously you got stupid Cowboy fans up with the Giants. Who gives a damn, man? You beat the Giants. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? But where's it at? Hold up. Pull it up. But when I was watching that film, dude, I would be nervous too. You know what I'm saying? That pass rush for the Patriots, White, he's a very good. He's going to be very good in the league, man. Going to be very good. Here it is. Hold up. Let me Let me put it up for you. Stop sharing. Let me stop sharing. Hold up. And let me pull it up for you. Sorry about that. But yeah, man. Yeah, you called the Falcons, but then you called the Giants to lose too. Why is a Giant fan in here, man? Go to sleep. Go to sleep, dude. You have
They're
nothing.
already asleep.
Go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Go take a nap, bro. Your season's done. It's over for you.
They're taking a dirt nap as we speak.
They shouldn't be embarrassed, man. They shouldn't have had no room to talk. But look at this, man. The offensive line. Let me pause it a little bit more. Let me break it down a little bit more. Look at the offensive line, bro. Look how they don't block, dude. Like I'm sorry, but anytime a quarterback don't have an offensive line, dude, your quarterback's not going to succeed. Watch this, man. Look at the offensive line, dude. Look at the protection. I mean, dude, look at the offensive line, dude. Like, come on. There's no time for this guy to throw the ball. That ball was literally like he had no time. Look at him escaping out the ball. It reminded me of the Lions game. Remember when Jalen Hurts had to use his legs to get out?
Yeah.
Like, look at they did a very good job in creating pressure, man. And Lane Johnson, he had one of his worst games, I believe, I've ever seen from a right tackle. And I don't expect that to be often, but he had one of his worst games that he was getting beat. You know, I mean, look at the offensive line, dude. They Jurgensen, I thought was struggling big time. I mean, look how they just create pressure. Look at that. Dallas should have had him.
Yeah.
And
That's
look
what
at
I was
that.
gonna
I mean,
say. He didn't
in
even
your face, dude. There was no
he
time.
didn't even look at him.
Go ahead.
He didn't even look at him.
Yeah, you gotta pick up that block, dude. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why that should happen, and that just goes back to you haven't played in the preseason, and it goes back to rust. Those are critical moments. You got to pick
When
up that block if you're Dallas Goddard.
when you're a tight end, you gotta chip. At least chip. You don't have to
Yeah,
block him the whole entire way. Just chip and then run your route.
the dude literally had no time to throw. Hold on. Let me pause. Sorry about that. Distractions. Yeah. There's just the offensive line struggled yesterday, and again, there were some things where Jalen Hurts missed, like the Dallas got a wide open. But when your quarterback is getting pressure and they don't have time to throw, I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, he's hearing footsteps. You know what I'm saying? So, I expect this to be better. I think we're going to be better with the Vikings. I feel like Nick Sirianni's going to clean these things up. Obviously, Nick Sirianni, knows that. My problem with Nick Sirianni is he talked about, well, DeAndre Swift needs carries. Well, why didn't you do this in the second half when you made adjustments? Like, I love how our coach says that, but it's like, it's great and fine you said that, but do it during halftime. Like, put DeAndre Swift in the third and fourth quarter, right? Like you waited until the game was over to say that, and it just bothered me. But the offensive line it didn't give Jalen Hurts enough time. That offensive line was just crumbling through. When you watch the film, Lane Johnson he just got beat. He didn't do a good job in protection. Dallas Scott didn't do good in picking up the blocks. And that just go back to fundamental errors. And that's what we need to work on. I mean, the film don't lie. Am I muted? Is he muted? What is going on? Are you muted? Unmute. Oh shit. Anyway, hopefully Ray Hine comes back.
I'm here.
Oh, you are? My fault.
Yeah.
I thought you muted. But yeah,
I'm listening.
So what is your thoughts about this when you watch this?
My thoughts are if you can't really block these guys for more than 3 seconds, you need to design some plays, like some 3 or 5 step drops to get the ball out quicker.
Yeah.
Your quarterback should not be doing this unless there's nobody open for at least 5 seconds.
Yeah. For sure.
There shouldn't be pressure this early in a play.
Yeah, I mean, it's not what I want to see, especially week 1, and that got to get cleaned up because you're not winning games like this. You're not winning games like this. I mean, the offensive line, it's just, dude, they got beat. I mean, where's the protection at, man? Your quarterback should not be looking like that, you know? You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the music's not loud, you know? Because we need some music, because I watching this just makes my head go spinning. You know, like Leighton Johnson got absolutely bullied by this dude, man. He got terrorized. Like, look at the yeah, and Jalen Hurts does a nice job trying to throw the ball, but that ball, there was nowhere to throw that ball. They had it all covered, you know. But there were some things that he definitely missed. Let me pull it up real quick. Take this off screen. Stop sharing. But let me pull this up quick. So when I was watching Brian Baldwin, he broke down obviously the film, but this is the problem that I had with Jalen Hurts was, if you watch, they were taking a lot of the receivers away. And we definitely going to talk about the Minnesota Vikings, but we got to talk about the game that we saw yesterday, because there's some things that we need to clean up. Yes, you got the win. That's fine and great. But you got to be better, man. You got to be better with the protection, and you got to be better with the accuracy. With Jalen Hurts wasn't accurate yesterday. Let's all agree. There were some throws that he missed. For example, let me break it down.
There were some he missed, but there were some he actually dotted up pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, the Devontae Smith throw, that was one of my favorite throws from yesterday. But this cannot happen, man. I'm sorry. Let me break down the defense real quick. Let me break down the defense real quick. Pull this up. Hopefully the music's not that loud, because like I said, we need some music, man. It's a Monday. You're coming off a W, but not a good W. Not a good W, bro. But let's bring it up, man. Let's play it. So this is what I had a problem with, man. I want you to watch this.
I know the Eagles have you.
There we go. Watch this. There's no way your corner should be. Look at Darius Slay right here, man. Hold up. Time out. Pause right here. Like, why is Darius Slay? And this is what I'm talking about with these defense corners. Why is he 15 years off the football? He should be right here, man. He should be right here. Explain to me why he's like, and he does a very good job. Let me continue, but he does a very good job in breaking this down. But this not going to work when you play against a guy like Cheetah. You know, you're playing guys like Stephon Diggs. Like, I look at him. He's singling. You know, let's make it a little bit faster. But hold up. There we go. Like, look at the result right here. Wide open. It's too easy. It's too easy, man. It's too easy. You got to press on these receivers, and that's what I had a problem with Jim Schwartz and Sean and John Gannon.
Yeah.
In this league, you got to be aggressive. You got to be aggressive.
Look at how far off the ball they are. Look at how
I don't like that.
You see how much respect they're giving these receivers?
And that's a thing that I don't like about that bend and break BS defense. And everybody talk, well, you know, in this league, there's no standards, Jim Johnson. I don't care, man. You don't got it. You can be a bend and break defense, but press up on these receivers. Now again, man, this is too easy. Like, come on, really? Maddox had no chance with that. That was a very good throw by Mac Jones. He saw the to break down on that defense and was able to find the right target. He saw the flaws in that coverage, and he was able to break it down like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's a guy going through his reads and making the throw. You know? But this got to get cleaned up because, listen, you're playing some good receivers this year. You play that against the Cheetah and Waddle, they will murder you. He has all day to throw. Look at the pressure, man. It's not getting home. Look at these. Look at this right here. Like, seriously. Hold up. Time out. Tell me why they're not lining up closer. It makes no sense, man. And obviously, look what the result is.
Yeah. Nobody's defending the running back. And that's Zeke, I believe, isn't it?
No, that's the other dude. That was the other dude.
Damn, what's his name?
He burned us yesterday. But look at the results, man. It's too much open space. These corners got to press on these receivers, and they got to tighten up, and his defense got to tighten up. And Sean Asai needs to look at that film and adjust. Look, it's too easy. Like, there's no adjustments, I thought, in this game. And you could see it. Look at again.
And none of this is man-to-man. This is all zone. This is read and react stuff.
And look at this.
Look at that jab. He planted his foot. He got beat right there.
That was on Darius Slay right there. You got to make that play, man. That's a veteran play that you have to make, especially when you get paid like a top corner. You got to make that play.
Did you see how he planted that foot?
Go ahead.
Did you see how he planted that foot? Darius Slay fell for it. He fell for a double move there, kind of a hitch and go.
Hold up. Yeah, look. Wide open touchdown. I mean, it's too easy. It's too easy.
That's crazy.
You can't do that against the Minnesota Vikings. You will get destroyed like that. Yep. That is something we saw last year with Jonathan Gannon was what?
He didn't blitz. He didn't adjust. Therefore, open plays, intermediate passes down the middle, that turns into big gains.
That was wide open for a touchdown. I mean, the simple things that we got to clean up is tighten up these receivers. Don't allow these receivers to beat you like that, man. That's embarrassing, dude. You know what I'm saying? And then that goes back to the coverage, dude. Put these guys in the right position. That goes to Sean Desai's coaching, man. Because you got to make a adjustment. When you see that they're changing up things, you got to change up your defense too, man. Like, again, dude, like, this is just simple technique.
We don't like free release.
Absolutely not. Look how wide open he is. And there's no chance for Maddox to get there because he already beat you. You gave this receiver too much room. And you gave him more. You gave him no fight at all to get to that. Like, there's no fight with these corners. They're just allowing guys to sit back and just do whatever they want. And I don't like that. I want my defense to make sure they fight for every yard. Tighten up on these. Like in preseason, we saw these corners tighten up. That's how they got to be. There's no reason why that should be wide open like that, man. You're giving players open field, and they're going to take advantage. Every receiver that we're playing, like Diggs and Waddle and Hill, they're going to take advantage for that. Even Davis is going to take advantage for that. Josh Allen's going to see that. You know what I'm saying? Mahomes is going to see that with Kelsey. You can't do that. And that's a learning curve. You know, we might overreact, but these are things that we complained about with Jonathan Gannon was. Look at that. I mean, all day. Look, that dude should be right here. That's a bad play by the linebacker, man. He should have saw that and should have been able to make that. But why are they lined up so far? They should have been there right off the spot.
I wish 94 would have been able to tip that ball. He was right there in Mac Jones's face.
Look, and again, once the running back is open,
Crazy.
yards, and now it's a foot chase. You're giving them too much yards, man. That is something that I complained with John Gannon was, and I think Sean Desai needs to learn that. He needs to see that. He needs to tighten up because the Vikings, listen, they don't got the best running backs, but they're going to gas just like the Patriots because they got receivers like Justin Jefferson. They got receivers like Jordan Addison. They got that. So I know it's only week 1. I know we're behind to put that in the comments. I understand that. But there's some things that we need to work on. The coverage got to be better. You're playing against some top receivers in the NFL this year. If you do that against Diggs, you will get smoked. You are going to get bodied every single time you do that. We got to be aggressive. There's no awareness from these DBs. They just allow these receivers to free release and pretty much do what they want. If that makes any sense. Does that make sense? There's no aggressive with these DBs, man. And that's my problem. And I don't know what the hell that linebacker's doing. Is that Nakobe Dean?
Yeah. And Slay also fell for that same move. They both fell for that same move.
Dean should be right there. That dude should be right here, man. He should be. Look at the open space right here. This dude should be right here following him. That is a rookie mistake right there.
That jab
and I think he'll learn that and see that, but he got to be right here. Go ahead.
I say they both fell for that jab step.
That is on the Kobe Dean right there. You got to be aware and be able to backpedal and make that play. If you make that play, that's an interception. Or you can at least put a safety and help these corners out. Too much time, bro. It's too much time, man. It's too much time, man. And look at that. Wide open for a touchdown. No one's covering him. Too easy.
Oh. Wow.
Vikings 24, Eagles 26. They better not be that close because they stunk you.
That'd be pretty interesting. I'll be sweating my bullets off. Oh, boy.
Listen, if it's that fucking close, man, we have issues because you're playing against a team like the Bills and the Dolphins coming soon. You can count those as up.
The Vikings are a little bit more of a respectable team now. They're a little better than the Patriots.
No, they're not. They got beat by Baker Mayfield. No one should respect that team. You got beat by Baker Mayfield, man. Baker Mayfield was able to dot that team up like it was nothing. So that is just what I have to say about that film, man. It should not have happened, man. Problem with that Eagles team. Because I didn't like. And you see on film. And then Brian Ballner, he does an excellent job. Shout out to Brian Ballner, by the way. You know?
I love that guy.
He does a really good job with the film. Go ahead.
I said I love that guy. Brian Ballner.
Yeah, he does an excellent job. But, you know, again, I think we showed that. But
what did you think about that Slay pick 6?
I like that. But, you know, at the same time, we should have multiple picks.
The whole day yesterday.
Oh.
And then you get Keon White.
Don't want to get copyright. Don't copyright me. But again, I mean, I think I showed you this one. I mean, the offensive line was getting beat. That should not happen. Hold on, is that the wrong film? I think that's the wrong film. Hold up. I don't think that's the right one. No, that's not the right one. I think it's this one. Hold up. Let's see. By the way, big plus Slay. This was a good play by him. This was a good play by him.
Here he is. This is the way you got to play the game. You got to play the game.
You know what I'm saying? This is a good play by him. Watch this. Look how he baits the quarterback, and he's able to make the play. Look at this. He sees it. He recognizes. This is why I love big play Slay right here. This is why you paid him. Look how he sees what's going on, and then what does he do? He goes back and he knocks the ball down. That is a veteran corner right there. Able to see that and knock the ball down. Go make a play.
Doing
That's
it
what I love
without
about
touching him before contact.
I love that play right there. He's able to see that and be able to make the play, man. I love that about that was a very good play by Darius Slay. I felt like he didn't get his respect because everybody sleep on Darius Slay. Listen, he's still a good corner in this league, you know. But again, man, they need to put him in great positions. You know, I felt like that. You know, Sean Asai is using him as a zone corner when he's not a zone corner. You know, but there is some things that we obviously got to work on. Like this the one I wanted to show you. And we're definitely going to get to the Vikings, but this last one I want to show you. This one was horrible, bro. Jalen Hurts
Eagles had one explosive play the whole day.
But this one I want to show you. These receivers were getting locked up. But again, if you watch it, there was a lot of times that Jalen Hurts was forcing throws. He was forcing throws, man. And you'll see that. These receivers were locked down. Listen, Bill Belichick did an excellent job with these receivers. You got to give him some credit.
Yeah.
But again, I need my receiver to fight for that ball. Look at the receiver. I need you to come back to that ball.
Who was that, Quez?
Devontae Smith got to make that catch, dude. Look at right here. He threw it in double coverage. That's a tough place to catch. That was a tough catch right there. Okay.
I say that's more on a throw, though. I say that's more. I say that's more on a throw, though. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that.
For sure. But this is how they're going to play you, man. But look at that. Throw the Dallas Goedert right there. Why are you throwing to A.J. Brown? Throw it right here. He's wide open.
He waited.
And again, you're throwing in double coverage. He's not open. That's something Jalen Hurts will see and he will recognize. You know what I'm saying? Again, man, like Dallas Goedert wide open. He could have had 2 touchdowns. Look again. It's wide open. Throw it to him. Maybe not. That one looked like he tripped. Like Jalen Hurts, you got to throw that ball, dude. Throw it away.
You got to get the timing correct, too.
Huh?
You got to get the timing correct, too.
And by the way, that was a catch, man. I don't care what anybody says. That was a BS call, and they know it. That was a perfect catch right there. Even the bobble, I mean, the same bobble that Corey Clement had in the Super Bowl. But they want to call that incomplete. Make that make sense for me. So, yeah, I mean, those are the things that we got to get better with, man. We got to get better with it. There's some things that we got to work on. The play calling, you know what I'm saying? I felt like we should have used more DeAndre Swift. The coverage got to get better. But the bright spot is that defense. The defense came through. That front four came through. You know, Hassan Riddick did his job. Jalen Carter did his job. Jordan Davis did his job. You know, those boys did their job. They did what they had to do. I'm sure this music's not too loud. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're loud.
That was our film-looking music.
It is. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, but again, man, I felt like there's some things that we got to work on. What is your overall thoughts about that?
Jay Greg, we done yet? Just one game. Yeah, it's only the first week. Everybody's going to panic after the first week, but let's see how the whole season goes.
No, y'all done because y'all got blown out the way y'all did. Y'all stink, man. You're not that team that you are.
Damn,
Don't try to
Damn, he
sit
ain't
there and
afraid
try to
to
get a
tell you the
moral
truth.
victory out of me. You got embarrassed, dude. You didn't get embarrassed. You got an ass whooping. A rape. A rape charge was on the Cowboys yesterday. The whole team got a rape charge, man. They raped the hell out of y'all, bro. You had no time. You had no idea what was coming to y'all. You got your ass blown to shreds, man.
Y'all got sodomized.
You got nuked. You got
You
freaking
got branded. You got speckled orbed.
Like, dude, it wasn't like y'all were close. You couldn't even score a point, dude. You were going to get abused this year, man. Y'all better make a move at the offensive line because your offensive line is selling big time and not in a good way.
Y'all got R. Kelly'd.
Yeah, without the crying.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like, you got embarrassed, man. You have no room to talk, man. You have more issues than we do. Big time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you talk about y'all trash. We're going to let y'all sit in the comments and cry. We're going to talk about the real team. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles. Y'all got beat by Dallas. Y'all season's done. It's over for y'all. Pack it up. Get ready for Marvin Harrison Jr. tank talks. But like I said, man, the Philadelphia Eagles, man, when you look at the whole, what is your whole perspective? What is your whole? How do you look at those things? Do you think we can clean those things up? Rehad?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What did I say?
Come on.
No. But again, man, not to cut you off, but
Repeat yourself.
Yeah, you know I am. But anyway, but let's turn to music. I don't feel like music today. Music's not cutting it. Excuse me. But like I said, man, back to the Vikings. So let's talk about the Vikings, man. What is your expectations for this game coming up?
My expectations for the Vikings game, I honestly think they're going to I don't know. I think they're going to go to the ground game. But I don't know who is there since Dalvin Cook's not there anymore. There's also no Adam Thielen to worry about in this game. No Jalen Reagor. No Jalen Reagor either.
Jordan Addison is still a star, bro.
So really, I don't know. This might be a close one. Because Kirk Cousins, he'll make it close. He's a competent quarterback. He's good, not great. I mean, I don't know, man. We need to see a lot of adjustments in this game. I think we pull this off by 10.
You think it's going to be a close game?
I'm seeing something like a 34-24. We get a late touchdown to go up by 10.
If Brian Johnson calls that fucking trash forward shit again, I swear to God, I'm going to call him Brian Press Taylor from now on. Because that's going to be his freaking name. The dude needs to get better, man. Like, can I get DeAndre Swift some carries, please? Like, you traded a 4th round pick. You wasted a pick. You got this dude, and you don't even use him. I don't get it, man. I love Gainwell to death, bro, but he's not a number 1 running back.
Yeah.
Like we need to run the football. We need to get the RPO system ready. And we need to use the RPO system. We need to get these receivers, open up the playbook. I need to see some go routes. I need to see some cross
Lance.
Slants. I need to see some routes, man. I need to see these receivers play with some heart, man. Because it looked like they weren't fighting for the ball for real. Like, I need to see some heart, man. You know what I'm saying? Put some heart out there. You know, like there's no reason why we should lose this football game. There's no reason why it should be that close. It's Kirk Cousins on primetime game. We know Kirk Cousins is trash first primetime.
I mean, hopefully we've learned from this Patriots game, and we've learned not to keep teams in the game with our terrible mistakes. That's what we need to do. That fourth down was a perfect example of that. Not getting that fourth down, you just gifted them with an opportunity with 1.5 minutes left to score a touchdown before the end of the game. Like, that drove me insane when they didn't get that fourth down conversion.
Well, like the defensive coordinating got to be better. You saw how these receivers are getting wide open. You do that against Justin Jefferson and Addison, you're done. You're done. You're done. You're gone. You're donezo. Put the nail, put a bow around that game. You're done. It's over. Put a bow around it. It's over for y'all. You know what I'm saying? You're going 1-1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like we got to be better. There's some things we got to work on. I need these receivers to be pressed on. I need Darius Slade to let him go cover his man. You know what I'm saying? This is what I had a problem with Jonathan Gannon was the fact that he would never let Darius Slade cover his man. Let him cover Justin Jefferson. Put whoever you want, Eli Ricks or Josh Jobe, and let him lock him down. I'd rather have Eli Ricks. I feel more comfortable with Eli Ricks because I think he can lock up on these receivers. And I like the swagger that this guy has. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's going to be Josh Jobe, man. I feel like Josh Jobe's going to be the guy that's going to replace Bradbury. You know, Bradbury is not going to be playing this Thursday, dealing with a concussion. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about these linebackers. I don't know if they trust Ellis. I don't know if they're going to elevate Evans from the practice squad to the active roster. It's a short week, you know? But like I said, man, you got to get better with some things. And it starts with this. Listen, this is a statement game. You want to get back on that road, go out there and beat that Minnesota Vikings team like you should have beaten the Patriots. Go out there and score 40 points, man. Show that you are that team, man. Put them in the dirt. Put them in the coffin. We have a chance to make them 0-2. We better not let the Vikings come into Philadelphia and embarrass us, man. We better make this a message that we're this team. That what you saw last week versus the Patriots on Sunday was not the team that we are supposed to be. I need my offense to be clicking. I need Brian Press Taylor, whatever your name is, Brian Johnson, whatever your name is. I need you to get these receivers ready. I need you to call the playbook like it should be. You should not be looking like the way you did versus the Patriots. Run DeAndre Swift, use game one as a number 2, but stop trying to do too much.
That's another problem that I had with the offense too. Like you go out and get DeAndre Swift, but you don't do anything with him. You hardly do anything with the other running backs too. It's crazy.
The dude had literally what was it? He caught a screen pass to A.J. Brown. What A.J. Brown's not a guy who can catch a screen pass. That's what you do for Quez Watkins. Like the playbook was not fully developed in Brian Johnson's mind. Like he clearly didn't look at the playbook because how can you call the plays and not know what the receivers and which receivers fit and which ones don't? You know what I'm saying? A.J. Brown is not a guy that can take a screen to the house. That's not his game. That would be something like Devontae, or that would be something like Quez or Oz. You use A.J. Brown in a screen. Like, that makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Use Devin Allen like that, man. I would love to see Devin Allen on a screen pass. You know what I'm saying?
If only we actually use Devin Allen. We don't even love the guy. Let's keep him on practice squad every year and elevate Sip Pauls. Elevate Britton Covey. Get the fuck out of here.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Sipos did pretty good. When you go back and watch it, he had some good punts. You know what I'm saying?
Now you want to defend the guy.
I mean, he had a 50-yard punt, man. You know, I was a little harsh on him. He had some good punts. But Covey did nothing. Again, he does nothing. You know what I'm saying? He's a waste of a project, dude. I don't know why he's on the roster. I really don't. Do they just like him because he's small and they think he's a Julian Edelman type receiver? Like, what's the point of him? Do they just have favoritism? Does Brian Johnson just like? I don't get it, man. Not Brian Johnson. Michael Clay. Does Michael Clay know how to put a roster together? Because again, I don't know how you can look at Covey and say he's better than Devin Allen when Devin Allen shows you he can take a punt return to the house, almost to the house. Covey can't even do that. Covey takes one hit and he goes flying. Like I feel for his life every time he gets absolutely hammered. Every time he takes a punt or a kick return back, like he gets absolutely smothered to death.
Britton Covey actually had a 20-yard return in this game, I believe.
Yeah, he almost got his helmet knocked off his head. The dude almost got absolutely obliterated. Like the dude almost got absolutely demolished.
Yeah, and that would have been the only way for not Britton Covey, but Devin Allen to get in.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I don't like my quarterback being in as a running back. I hate that. It gives me Carson Wentz flashbacks. When we kept on using him as a freaking quarterback, every time we run him, I feel like one hit is going to take him out. You saw Aaron Rodgers today.
You know what? I was kind of afraid of that, but now looking at it, it is his style of play. Now here's the thing where I agree with you at. You don't run it all the time. You don't run it like 15, 20 times a game. I say like no more than 10.
But again, when you're taking those unnecessary hits, dude, and when you're running him so much, eventually he's going to get hurt. He got hurt with his shoulder. What happens if it's a knee injury? Heaven forbid, knock on my bed frame. But if he goes down with a knee injury, we're screwed. Because do you trust Marcus Mariota to take his place?
Yeah, that is a crazy concern, man.
Like, again, man, this is the problem. I don't like that. I understand, okay, you can use him once in a while, but we're running him into the teeth of the defense. Some of those quarterback sneaks or some of those quarterback runs were for nothing. He took more of a loss than he actually gained. He's taking a beating out there. There was one time where he got literally, like there was one play where he ran and the dude literally flipped him, like literally body slammed him on the ground. What happens if he ends up hitting him in the knee so hard that he don't get back up? We're in trouble then. And this is what I fear for every quarterback. This is what happened to McNabb. This is what happened to Carson Wentz. I don't want that to happen to Jalen Hurts. Because Carson Wentz was running really good. And what happened? He got hurt because he took too much of a beating. He took too much of because that running style, it takes a toll on your body.
It does, especially in your 30s. It's not going to affect you now because he's still a young kid. But when he gets into his 30s, I want to say his mid-30s, that's when you're going to start to want to be more of a pocket passer, just like what Kirk Cousins is currently, at in his career right now.
I mean, you don't even got to be a pocket passer. Carson Wentz got hurt at 25 years old. He got hurt at 25 years old. How does Jalen Hurts?
He got hurt on one play because he was risky.
And what are we using Jalen Hurts as?
A running back, and he took that risk. Well, he had an opportunity to throw it to somebody. It's not like the play was initially designed for him to scramble into the end zone.
But my issue is it's not going to be enough until you end up seeing that result again. Your quarterback can take so much. I don't care if he squats 600 pounds, 700 pounds, 800 pounds. He's going to get hurt like that. These guys are built like freaking missiles out here. They're built like a freaking dude. These defensive ends are built different. They will hurt you, man, and they will take. And since they can't touch a real quarterback now, you don't think they're going to take a chance on Jalen Hurts if he comes out that bad? They're going to put him in the dirt, bro. They're going to take a chance in hitting him.
I was going to say, look at the times between everything before 1960 all the way from 1960 to now. The league is so much faster, quicker, stronger than what it was back in those days. So, yeah, you have every right to be concerned about, Jalen Hurts being hurt out there because those guys are big. We're talking about like 250-pound linebackers 300, maybe close to 300-pound linemen, tackling you and stuff. It's crazy.
It's not even the fact that we're running into pretty much nowhere. Like the runs don't make sense. This is what I had a problem with Shane Steichen. And I'm starting to think it may not be Shane Steichen. It might be Brian Johnson calling these. Because the same runs I had a problem with Shane Steichen was the fact he run this dude into pretty much a defender. Like it's different. Okay, if you want to scheme runs where it actually makes sense, that's fine. But you're running this dude literally into a defender. You're not even scheming up a run. You're just running to him. You're treating him like a goddamn DeAndre Swift when you should be using DeAndre Swift. That's why you brought DeAndre Swift. That's why you brought Penny. So you can use these guys so you don't have to risk your quarterback of getting injured because you're wearing him down. Every time he takes a hit, it's one injury that can come up. It only takes one hit to hurt him and get him hurt out for the season. And I wish that on my quarterback because I don't want it to happen. But that's going to be the result if he does this often. It's going to take one hit to the knee. That's all it takes. And ACO, it's not, listen, it's by accident. It's a freak accident. If he goes down, our season's done. You can forget about a Super Bowl run because you're not going to have your franchise guy. Jalen Hurts to be healthy.
Exactly. What are we going to do with Mariota or what's his name? Tanner McKee. What are we going to do with those two?
Hey, that's the problem I don't like. I don't like that style. I get it, Jalen Hurts. You can use him sometimes. Look at Mahomes. Sometimes they let him run, right? Josh Allen, they let him run sometimes. But you don't see Mahomes running all the time into the teeth of defense. When they have to use him, when they have to do a scheme, he'll run. But they're using Jalen Hurts like it scares me, dude. It scares me. And I've seen this so many times. We said this about Carson. Oh, he will never get hurt. And what happened? He got hurt. And he's never been the same after that. And his mentality went out the window, too, because he couldn't use his legs. His best trait was his legs, that he was able to take off when he had to. He couldn't do that anymore. Once his leg went out, it was over for him. He was not the same quarterback. And I don't want that to happen to Jalen Hurts because he has to be able to use his legs. That is his game. If he doesn't have his legs, he won't be the same Jalen Hurts. And I'm not saying keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket because you can have a quarterback that one thing about beauty about a quarterback, they need the fact that they can use their legs, and that's beautiful to have because you want to have a quarterback that can stand plays and use their legs. But you don't need to run him every single freaking time. Let these running backs take the pressure off Jalen Hurts. That's my issue with it. There's some places where you can use him. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what we got to use our running backs for. That's why we have running backs. Like, what do we need a quarterback for all these design run plays for? I mean, it's really the only time you ever need a quarterback to run the ball for you is when you're trying to throw a defense off. They think that it's going to the running back when really the quarterback's just trying to keep it. That's what RPOs are designed for.
Yes, what got one carry? Yeah, that's ridiculous, dude. It's sad because what did you bring this guy in for? What'd you bring him in for? What did you trade a 4th round pick when you could have when Buffalo could have traded a 4th round pick to get him and they would have used him more? What did you trade him for? What did you bring him back home for if you're not going to use this guy? Put this guy out there. Let him. If he gets hurt, he gets hurt. But at least you used him. Now, again, I don't want to injure nobody. But again, I think DeAndre Swift, the fact that he's getting used for one carry was criminal. Especially on a rainy day. You would think that Penny would be activated and would be used enough. Against the Patriots on a rainy day, that's when you use DeAndre Swift and Penny. And we're throwing the ball, which makes no sense. Or we're trying to run the ball with Gainwell, which makes no sense because Gainwell does not have any burst. He has somewhat burst, but he don't have burst like DeAndre. DeAndre Swift makes one move and he's gone. I bet you if you took some carries to Swift, those same carries that Swift got, that Gainwell got this, and if you gave it to Swift, two of them would have been touchdowns.
Maybe, but then again, we got to point at the weaknesses of our offensive line.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I trust my guy Gainwell, but at the end of the day, the offensive line got to get better too.
Yeah, but again, Gainwell's not a number one running back, and I keep on telling people that he's not a no. I didn't say people like Gainwell, and he's a fan favorite, right? He's a Memphis kid, you know, like he's from Memphis. He's a Philadelphia native. He's Fletcher Cox's cousin. It's a great story, but he's not a number one running back. Give the running back the number one carries, and stop trying to be too cute, man. You know, I get it. We're overreacting on Mondays, but guess that's what we're going to do. We're Eagle fans. We want to see our team get better. The goal is to win a championship. And what I saw on Sunday wasn't championship football. It gave me more clues than answers.
It definitely did.
You know what I'm saying? Unknown. It makes no sense that Hurts has more carries. And it's stupid. Like, seriously. I get it when you had Miles Sanders, because Miles Sanders couldn't be able to be that number one running back. I mean, he's already fumbling in Carolina. How much you want to bet Deuce Staley benches him next week? How much you want to bet the Carolina Panthers bench him? You know, I didn't get enough carries in the Super Bowl because you stink and you can't stop fumbling.
And they paid him all that money too. They're fucked.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, to me, it's like, I get it why we use Hurts, because we didn't have a number one running back. DeAndre Swift is that number one running back. You're not talking about a scrub. This guy was the focal point in Detroit. He was the main weapon for them. And along with Ahmad St. Brown, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he just got to stay healthy. But when he's healthy, he's a freaking top 5 running back. We're not talking about top 7. We're not talking about he's a top 5, top 3 at best running back when he's healthy. And he was healthy yesterday. You get a healthy DeAndre Swift and you don't use him, especially in the rainy conditions, when it's pouring wet, when that cats and dogs are pouring down on you, and you don't even use him. You give him one freaking carry. One carry.
And you would think when it's raining, you run the ball more, you don't pass more, because it's going to be sloppy if you try to pass it.
Like, what, are we living in Madden world? Like seriously, like even in Madden, I would hand off the running back to Swift. It makes no sense what Brian Johnson did. He was playing scared, bro. And you can't play scared in this league. You will get chewed up that way. When you call in scared, and when you call in plays and you're conservative with the plays and you're not being aggressive, you will get chewed up in this league, because the defense corners will see that and they will take advantage of that.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that Brian Johnson is not over his head. I'm hoping that he's another Nick Sirianni situation, that, you know, maybe he just need to go through some growing pains. But this was a bad first impression for Brian Johnson.
It was, but hopefully he's looking at this like, okay, well, now that I got a little bit more of a feel for the game, we can actually do this. I know where I need to make my adjustments at. I'm going to listen to the entire staff of what I need to do to get better. But, you know, bad first impression. Hopefully this isn't the last impression we get of him.
Yeah, I was listening to Nick Sirianni today, right? And I was listening to his press conference, and they were asking him, you know, what do you think of the offense coordinator? And you know how Nick Sirianni is. He's not going to tell you what he really thinks, right? But I'm sure he's looking at that film, and I know he's freaking he's pissed off, because there's no way you can look at that film and think there's no improvement that needs to be made, right? We know Nick Sirianni is going to get these guys ready, and that's why I'm not really upset to the point where I'm like, oh, I got to worry about it. But there's some things that I'm hoping that we're fixing. And this is why I love talking about what you wear on. This is why we have a podcast. Because as Eagle fans, we can understand, yeah, we got the win. But these are things that are going to carry on if we don't fix it. We talked about how the defense was fine. The defense was fine. We overreacted. And what happened? When it came to the Super Bowl, that defense that we thought was fine wasn't fine.
Yes.
And we always said, me and Ray Hyde and I and Joey and 500 and all these guys that saw the film that weren't just about stats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We watched the TV and we saw that there was an issue with Jonathan Gannon's coaching. And I feel like Brian Johnson is the exact same way. His coaching, the way he calls it. I felt like that defense was doing a better job than the offense. And I feel like when there's a problem, you got to adjust quickly. Because when you're versing great teams, which you have a lot, the Bills are nothing to sleep at. They can score up to 50 points, and they've done that before.
Yeah. And I was going to say, going back to, if we don't criticize these problems, they're going to continue to be the same exact thing. Like, how plaque works inside of your teeth? If you just keep it there and then just allow, other food and particles to, enter that mouth, it's going to keep building up plaque after plaque after plaque. And your teeth is going to be ugly as shit. Anyways, if we if we let these problems just keep staying in there every freaking week, then it's going to be an ugly season.
But there's a lot of, and listen, I get it. A win is a win, but at the same time, there's a difference between a win and by your teeth, by skin of your teeth, you win. What we did was by a skin of our teeth. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just a win. We won by a freaking a first down to be overturned. If they made that first down stand and it was never overturned, the Patriots go down and score because your defense is gassed. And they were ripping apart a secondary all game. And our offense couldn't get going. Brian Johnson was predictable, man. It's like you knew exactly what I was watching the TV, right? And I knew exactly what he was doing. Oh, game was in the backfield. I know it's a run pass. I mean, not run pass. I know it's a run. Like, there was no, like, if I could see that, then I know Bill Belichick saw that and said, oh, they're doing the exact same thing like they just did. This is too easy. Like we're just going to be able to get the ball back. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine if we reversing, let's say Tom Brady was out there. We would have lost the game. But it's just the fact that Mac Jones is not as great as a lot of people think he is. And the fact that Mac Jones was able to carve you up and you made him look like a top 10 quarterback, that scares me. There's no way Mac Jones should look like that. He looked like freaking Tom Brady out there. He did. He was He was picking you apart. It was like this. It was like that. It was like this. It was like jazz, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to say he looked like Tom Brady out there. I'm going to say he looked more like a competent, what is it called?
Quarterback?
Not so much a competent quarterback per se. Damn, what's that word I'm looking for? Not precision passer. Damn, what is the downgrade of an elite passer?
A bum?
No. Oh my God. Damn. I can't think of this type of quarterbacks. Damn.
Game manager.
Game manager. Yes. He looked like a competent game manager out there.
Yeah, that makes sense. And game managers win in this league, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to say that he looked like Tom Brady and all that, but still.
Well, Tom Brady was a game manager. He just didn't develop into a passer until a little bit later on his career. But he was a game manager for his first career.
Yeah, I agree with that.
His defense was
probably elite. Around the first 5 years. I don't think he was pretty much elite until like 2005 or 6.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, all quarterbacks in this league, I mean, they're going to be game managers, but they develop or they don't develop. Like, even the best ones, like Peyton Manning, he wasn't he more of a game manager in the first career?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I would argue that too. Eli Manning the same way. As they go along, they get better as a quarterback. But like I said, man, when you make Mac Jones look like freaking Joe Montana out there, look like Mac Montana out there, I got an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, I can't put too much on the defense because, yes, our defense didn't play great, and we saw some flaws, but your defense was out there too many times because your offense couldn't click and couldn't get going because the play call from Brian Johnson was too predictable. There was no special creativity at all. You knew exactly what the Eagles were doing. You knew exactly what they were going to do. When you knew Gainwell was in the backfield, you knew it was a run.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see one time where we threw it to Gainwell out the backfield. Did you?
Nope.
Did you see any go routes, slants,
Nope.
cross pattern, anything like that?
Nope.
Because
Oh,
I
it's
saw
a
the
thriller
basics.
in New York.
Like, and that's my issue what I have. And that's why guys like Prescott didn't last in the league with the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm starting to go to call him Brian Prescott if he calls like this. That's his new name going to be. Brian
Wow.
Prescott. Because the play calling was horrendous. And I gotta put a little bit of blame on Nick Sirianni too. Because listen, you call this risk though, and this is where I get to the Vikings. If you do this against any team, whether it's the Vikings, the Dolphins, the Chiefs, or any team like even the Dallas Cowboys, you will lose. You will get exposed. Because your play calling got to fit your offense. And you got to make sure your receivers are put in the right position. I should not see no A.J. Brown on a freaking slant, man. Not slant, on a screen pass. Like, seriously. A.J. Brown is not quick enough to do that. That is something you do for Quest. A.J. Brown is fast, but he's a guy that can go up and get those 50-50 balls. He's a guy that if you go and you throw him on a go route, he's able to go get that. That is something you do with a Devin Allen. That's something you do with a guy who can burn you. But I do not want to see A.J. Brown on a screen pass again. I don't want to see Devontae Smith on a screen pass. You're better off with Devontae Smith throwing it to him.
Yeah.
We got 5 people in the chat. Hit that like button, subscribe to my guy We Hiding. The end of the podcast. If you don't know who he is, you're living on the rock. He does all the sports. He does live streams. He loves showing MCE. So if you love comedy and you love entertainment, definitely go subscribe to him. I might not be very entertainment, but I try to be.
And I'm also white too.
Go ahead.
And I'm also white too, according to everybody.
Yeah, cooking.
Oh shit. Anyways, go ahead.
but like I said, man, like the Vikings game, what is the ranking for the Vikings defense? What was the defense for the ranking for the Vikings? Can you look that up real quick?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let me see where they rank.
Because I want to see how they did with Baker Mayfield. What was the pass rating that they were giving up, and who are they corners? I know their offensive line might not be playing. Christian Darrisaw, the offensive lineman, might not be playing. I think one of their defensive ends is not playing. But I think everybody else is healthy. Jordan Addison's healthy. And that's what I'm saying. These corners got to press the forward receivers because I needed to be what I saw last year. You know how we shut down Justin Jefferson? Why is that? You made Darius Slay go line up on Justin Jefferson and you let him cover him. You know what I'm saying? I don't need Darius Slay 15 yards off the football. Let him go do his thing.
Check your screen share.
Go ahead.
All right. So according to the yahoosports.com, the Vikings defense, top 5 run defense. These are the grades from the defensive line. Safety Cameron Bynum. Jordan Hicks. Wow, that's a familiar name. Harrison Phillips, Byron Murphy, Josh Metellus. Bottom 5 run defense. That is actually an advantage for us. So we can run on this team. And here are the really low grades. Wow. So, yeah. Top 5 pass rush. Okay. Ooh, one person got a 90. Ooh, look out for Ivan Pace. Keep that name in mind. All right. Bottom 5 pass rush. So there's definitely some ups and downs.
You know, not to cut you off, but this dude is fucking pissing me off right now. Not to cut you off, but this dude, I don't know why he has a fucking platform. But could someone tell me where the fuck did he get the idea that this is fucking accurate? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the thing about this guy, this clown is, not to cut you off, but when I see stupid shit like this, like, I need people to check their posts. Like seriously, not to cut you off here.
Yeah.
It's coming on. Jalen Hurts is a wildcat quarter. Where the fuck did you get that from?
Oh, my
Seriously,
goodness.
man. The dumb shit that this guy says is why no one takes this guy seriously. You guy is a fucking clown. You guys watch this guy. And I will never watch this guy in my lifetime. I'm done watching this guy. This guy's a fucking idiot. How the hell are you going to say this guy's a wildcat quarterback when he went toe-to-toe with Mahomes, you dumbass fat slob? Like, seriously, the stupidity that this guy says, it's just beyond absolute thrilling that he's still on his fucking platform. And I don't know how this guy has a freaking job. And he says the most obnoxious, asinine, dumb things that can come out his freaking fat face of his. You know, it's like, dude, like, what are you talking about? the stupidity of this man. The same dude who thought Devontae Smith was not a better pick than Najee Harris.
Wow.
This guy goes on the verge. He didn't even get Jordan Davis's credit when he told Jordan Davis was a bust. But you got the nerve to say that he's a wildcat quarterback, but you were praising this dude last year. Which one is it, Dan Sileo?
At least for the most part, he was praising him.
This guy's a hypocrite, man. This guy's a freaking fat bastard who don't know football, bro. And these guys get paid so many millions to pretty much talk crap about nothing they know about. Because how can you say that about Jalen Hurts? It's one freaking game. And you come up with that conclusion? Not the fact that this offensive line was trash yesterday. It was terrible. And yes, was Jalen Hurts perfect? No. But it makes no sense. You'll praise guys like Lamar Jackson, who's never done what Jalen Hurts did. You'll talk about Josh Allen. Josh Allen was terrible today. Threw a pick today. I bet you won't say nothing about him. But you got enough to talk about Jalen Hurts, a wildcat quarterback. You got to be the dumbest person on planet fucking Earth, dude. You're worse than Chris Sims in stupidity.
You're worse than Nick Wright.
I would love to get him on my platform because I can hurt his feelings, really. The stupidity that this guy is, man. Someone tag Dan Sileo and tell him to get over here so we can really see what he's all about. Because I guarantee you he has no answer what he's saying. Someone tag Dan Sileo. Seriously. Because I don't know what the hell this guy is talking about. After one game, this is what you come up with? Seriously? You are the dumbest person on planet Earth. You are stupider than a goddamn freaking... A goddamn rock might be smarter than you. On the goddamn side of the road. How can you say that? That's the asinine thing I've ever heard. Anybody thinks that's a good quote to make? You're an idiot too. Sorry not to cut you off.
No, you're good. I wasn't about to say nothing. I was about to
Me
agree
off,
with you.
man. And when I see this guy talk about my team, it fucking irritates me, man. This guy needs to be clowned, dude. This guy's a fucking joke, dude. Look at this jabroni. They had to dumb down the offense for him to do. Shut up. Due to him being unable. Like, the dumb people always switch it up. I hope you switch up to him because when he fucking tears up this league again, I hope you fucking sit there and say that again. I'm sick of y'all. Y'all really freaking haters, dude. You don't give him his credit. I hope I hear none of y'all when this guy's tearing this up. Don't sit there and say hurt season. Don't do nothing like that. Sit there like Dan Sileo and criticize him. Because I will always have this guy's back.
Mm-hmm. It's the same way for me.
I fucking hate some of these fans, man. Wish y'all jump off the fucking cliff, dude.
They're so two-faced nowadays. It's incredible.
Look at them switching up, man.
Yeah.
Look at them switching up. This guy's a fucking dork, dude. Look at his fucking fat ass. This guy's such a dork, dude. He's such a fucking dork, man. Look at this fucking fat dork.
Why does he even talk about the Eagles? Why does he even talk about the Eagles in the first place? He never even played for the Eagles.
He never been reported for the Eagles, man. And yet this guy has a platform on Jacob Media should be ashamed of himself for hiring a guy like that. You're better off hiring a guy like Mike Missinelli, or when you did hire him. But again, what does this guy have that you would hire this guy for? He's an ESPN goofball. And people listen to this clown. And you got idiots making fake accounts who have no life, never seen a pigskin in their lifetime, probably never seen the outside of the world. Talk about
never even touched one.
Offense, like the dumb shit. How can
never
you
even
say that?
touched a pigskin.
Like again, look at the stats, man. Shout out to this guy, man. Yeah, but he's a Wildcat. You freaking idiot. Like, I hate people like that, dude. I despise them. Not to cut you off. Let me get off the rant because we've been off it. But continue what you were saying before.
You are good.
I'm sure you're going to rant a video about this, but I can't stand him. I can't stand him.
I can't stand him.
I don't know how you come with that conclusion. And then you're saying that Kobe Dean ain't a good linebacker, bro? Are you serious right now? Well, he's not a mic'd up linebacker. Dude had tackles. He was playing good yesterday, just the fact he got injured.
That's crazy.
Like, get your fat ass out of the fucking seat and actually watch some film, man. You're supposed to be an expert and you don't even watch the game. You didn't watch the game. Because how can you come with the conclusion? The offense coordinator was trash. And it's one game. I get it. Listen, we have some issues with Jalen actually. Obviously, we talked about it. But I would never say that in my lifetime that he's just a wildcat quarterback. Because guess what? That's the case. This man will never take us to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we're giving criticisms. We're not switching up on our quarterbacks.
I hope they stay where they are, man. No, don't change up now. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, again, every quarterback goes through slump. Is Mahomes a trash bum for losing?
Yes.
I'm just asking Dan Sileo because you're praising this guy. Is he a bum too? Give me a break, dude. Learn some football. Again, man, let's continue. The Vikings game. You know what I'm saying? What is the guy that you're most feared that you think we need to worry about the most on that Vikings team?
I am honestly going to have to say Justin Jefferson. I think he's
sure.
Yeah, I think based off of the defense that we put out there, we're basically going zone. We're playing off the ball 5 yards. I'm not very comfortable with that. There are certain times where you should do that, but I would like to see more press coverage. I would like to see, being up in the man's grill at the line of scrimmage. I would like to see that more. No more than a yard off the ball. Like, boom, you're in my face. Boom. We ain't seeing that. That's the guy I'm going to be the most worried about. And we saw how he's been going off basically on every team except for the Cowboys and the Eagles last year. So that's the guy I'm going to be looking out for.
Yeah, I mean, just Justin Jefferson. I mean, you got to stop him because he's the vocal point for this offense,
Now, I
right?
will say this: we did do
Go ahead.
good on him last year. I think we held him to like what 20 some odd yards.
I think he only had one catch, right? Was it one catch?
He had about a catch or two.
Look it up. By the way, I appreciate y'all for coming on, man. I'm sorry I ran it, but I'm done with that guy. But let's continue. Let me look up Justin Jefferson's stats last year versus the Eagles. I think we held him to one catch, man. I feel like was it Justin Jefferson versus Eagles? Let's see. So Justin has had 6 catches for 48 yards in one game against the Eagles in his career.
Wow.
So yeah, we pretty much held him down, man. You know what I'm saying? Just gets locked down by good corners. Yeah, but here's the thing now, right? You know, before they didn't have that other guy that helped Justin Jefferson to take pressure off of him. I think Jordan Addison is gonna be a little bit more of a challenge for the Eagles because I mean, without James Bradbury, you're now putting Josh Jobs on another number one technically, right? A good number two, right? So you know, in my opinion, it's like I think the guy that we need to be worried about, obviously Justin Jefferson, but the other guy is Jordan Addison. Because yeah, Josh Jefferson might get locked down by Slay, but do you trust Josh Jobs to cover Addison and make sure he doesn't get that many yards to be effective?
Mm.
Because let me look it up, but I saw this, but I think he had more than I think he was leading in was it catches first for the Vikings? Look it up. Hold up.
So the worst game he had last year was 3 catches for 14 yards. The very next week after we beat them, he had 3 catches for 14 yards.
Yeah, I mean Justin Jefferson's one of the best receivers, and you can't deny the guy's talent. He runs really good routes. You know, he's very good with his route running, and the guy is a freaking monster. You know,
And
he
here's
just
how we
doesn't have
did.
the quarterback.
And
Go ahead.
here's how we did yesterday. He had 9 catches off of 12 targets for 150 yards. No touchdowns though.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and again, man, like, do you trust Josh Jones with Jordan Addison? And that's the question. Now, Monday, the Vikings injury. Let's see the injury. So the name of Garrett Bradbury, back injury, did not practice. Christian Darrisaw, the offensive tackle, ankle limited. Marcus Davenport, ankle limited. So, you know, so far, one of them is not practicing. The other two is limited. I expect them to play. Um, but yeah, man, I don't know how much Baker Mayfield was able to do on them, but I know that they got absolutely you know, there were so many times where I saw Baker Mayfield line them up. You know, I was watching a little bit today, and Baker Mayfield did very good with them. But you know, if you know Alex and Madison, I mean, this let me show this. You know, you got to watch out for this. Let me pull it up. Let me get this clown off the fucking screen. Dancer, a fucking idiot. I'm about to block this. Matter of fact, block this guy, man. I'm fucking done with this clown, man. Get him out of here, man. I'm blocking his ass. Fucking jabroni. Fucking dork. It's a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? He don't know football, and clearly he shows. But I'm tired of seeing his tweets, man. It fucking irritates me. He will never give him his credit. It is what it is. But this is what the Vikings do. You know, you got to watch out for this, and this is what we struggle with. You know, we got to clean it up because listen, you know, this team loves to get these running backs out the backfield. You know, they don't have Dalvin Cook, but you know they let's see what maybe we can pull up what Jordan Addison did. I was trying to show you, but let's see what let's see. See what they did. Let's see. I love NFL rookie watch because they show all the rookies. Let's see it. Let me
Yeah.
see what Jordan Addison did. Let me see what he did. I don't see anything from Jordan Addison. Um, but if not, I'll show you what the one I wanted to show you. That they get the running backs out the backfield, and they love to use Madison out the backfield. and he's slippery. You know,
I want to
he's
look more
slippery.
into that
He's the guy
Vikings
that you
game.
got to watch. You got to watch him because if and listen, I expect the defense to do their job. I don't expect them to go crazy. You know,
Now,
I think that they're going to run things.
Kirk Cousins yesterday, it looks like he didn't even have a bad game. He went 33 for 44, 344 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick, and still lost by
Yeah,
3. Madison was awful. He had 11 carries for 34 yards. That was their leading rusher. So I can tell they don't like running the ball a lot, even though they should.
yeah, but this is the one I wanted to show you. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me show you. Let me show you. Here we go. This one I wanted to show you. Come on. Here we go. So this is what they love to do, and let me break it down for you a little bit. Share. Hold up. There you go. Hold this film up. So this is what they love to do at the backfield, man. If we don't not make the tie, this is what they love to do. They love to get them at the backfield. Let me start it over again. So if you notice, that's what I seen the first time. You know, there we go right here. You know, this is what we were going to be seeing. I'm sure, right? And this is what we struggle with: the running backs out the backfield. We got to be disciplined. If we're not disciplined, this is what's going to happen. Because yes, he might not be able to run a lot, but they love to get these running backs out the backfield.
Yes. Damn. He battled through that? Shit.
Like, that's what I'm worried about, man. Like, that stuff bothers me because we struggle with that versus New England. And that got to get cleaned up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And obviously, you know, it's going to continue. Hold up. Let's see. A little bit more. Here we go. See? They love to do this. This is what we're going to be seeing. Out the backfield. Going to throw it. And you got to be disciplined.
You should have
You know what I'm
hung
saying?
on there, bruh.
Touchdown. So it's like that's what I'm worried about. You know, it's the discipline, it's the eye awareness. It's where this defense is going to be at. Are they going to be ready for it? You know, and it's definitely going to come up film. You know, I got to definitely go through it. But what did Jordan Addison get? How many yards did Jordan Addison get?
Let's see. He did awful. He got 11 carries for 34 yards.
So he wasn't really doing anything.
Yeah. I can tell they were probably trying to use him in the beginning, but then they went away from it. Because Kirk Cousins had 44 passes, so they didn't really rely on the running game that much, it seems like. I got to look at the highlights again.
So Justin Jefferson, it said Jefferson, Vikings communication shot to them, but Jefferson concluded half with 138 receiving yards on 7 catches, marking his 12th career game, 100 plus yards and half. His 130 receiving yard tied the third highest total in half of his career. You know, and again, he's going to be a problem because if you do not tackle him, this is what's going to happen. You know, also he fumbled the ball versus the did he fumble the ball? I feel like no, he didn't fumble the ball, but you know, this is Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison's number 3. Hold up. This is what I'm worried about. Here we go. This is the guy I'm worried about, right? We talked about it, right? Jordan Addison. Here we go. This is the guy that I'm worried about because listen, we're going to be focused on Josh Jacobs. We're going to make sure he's locked down. But is Josh Jacobs going to be able to handle it? He burnt the corner. He burnt him. Like I'm watching right now. Number 3 is Jordan Addison, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is Jordan Addison number 3? I think he is. But watch this. Ready?
You mean Alexander Addison?
No, Jordan Addison, receiver from USC that they
Oh,
drafted.
Jordan Addison, not Alexander Madison. Jesus. Sorry.
Yeah, it's cool. But this one I'm talking about right here. Ready? Hold up. Hold up. I hate when that happens. All right, let's start it over again. This is what you're going to deal with. You know? Again, watch the play. This is what, look at this right here. That'll be three sets, tight, or three receiver set right here, right? Look at that. And this is where we're going to have problems right here. Wide open. That's the rookie. You can't let him do that to you. You got to get pressure on Kirk because you got to force incompletion. You got to force interceptions.
Jordan
Again.
Addison.
You know what I'm saying? Again, watch it.
And that's their slot guy.
Yeah, that's the guy that they have with Justin Jefferson. You know? Let's see. Watch, ready? Look at that. Wide open. So you got to be able to, you know, it's going to come up to these corners. They got to play fit. You got to tighten up on these receivers. This is what's going to happen if we do not tighten up. Wide open. You know, again, play it one more time. Here we go. One right here, one right here. They're focused on Justin Jefferson. Right there.
He was
Addison
peeking
right
in the
there.
backfield for Justin Jefferson. And now the safety is just left there, and he can't catch up.
And what did we struggle with New England with?
Tight ends.
And what
The
else?
seam routes.
And they're going to use that to advantage.
Yep.
So it's like we got to be disciplined. It's not the same Vikings team from last year. You know, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Oh, my fault. I don't think it's going to be a blowout from like last year. You know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. You know, this is another guy that we got to worry about. It is Demir Hunter. You know, Demir Hunter is one of the premier pass rushers. If you do not, you know, obviously Justin Jefferson, you got to focus on him because if you don't, this is what's going to happen. But, you know, shout to this guy for doing that. The Minnesota Vikings. I know we do a lot of film, you know, but you know they do a lot of formations. They love to throw the ball, but they will take the short routes. You know, they will take the short routes. But this is the guy that we need to prepare for. You know.
Yeah.
Every time. This is the guy we need to prepare for. Because look, in your face, down you go. So hopefully our offensive line is prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure this offense is prepared. And this is where you need to be able to run the football and make the pass effective. You know what I'm saying? This is where Brian Johnson got to get creative. You know, this is a good football team. We cannot sleep on the Vikings. I don't think they're the same Vikings from last year. Yeah. I don't. I think they're coming in there. I think they're going to be pissed off. And I think they're going to be ready. You know, Jordan Addison's not
sleep on them one bit. Especially after the game we had versus the Patriots. We can't sleep on anything one bit. I want a blowout this time. But I think it's going to be close. It's not going to be as close as the Patriots game, but I think it's going to be close.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to blow them out like we did last year. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to win by 10. I could see it being 34-24.
Yeah. But Jordan Addison is a guy that you got to prepare for. That's a guy that you cannot let. how would you say, dictate your offense or your defense, because he can ruin a game, and he has that speed to. You've seen it. He has that speed, and that's something that the Vikings were lacking, was that number 2 receiver. They thought Jalen Reagor was going to be that guy. They had obviously Thielen before he got a little bit older, So now they got Jordan Addison and you got Justin Jefferson, So they got some receivers who can catch the ball.
Yeah,
Kirk
they do.
Cousins, Go ahead.
I was going to say, like, yeah, they do. I forgot that dude's name that I was really playing. KJ Osborne. That's an X factor in this game. I don't know if you've been watching KJ Osborne last year, but I was kind of impressed with him.
Is he still on the team?
Yeah, he is.
What was his pass catch rating versus the Buccaneers? Do you know?
Let me see. So, no receiving.
The Vikings defense is trash. Yeah, well, we thought New England was trash too.
So he had a bad game. He had 3 receptions for 31 yards, but he low key can go off though. I want to take a look at his stats from last year though. Give me last year's.
All we know is Kirk Cousins horrible in primetime games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing we can hope for. But again, Brian Johnson got to do better with the play calling. Because if he doesn't do good with the play calling, it don't matter if Kirk Cousins is bad with primetime games. Kirk Cousins is going to win a primetime game in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? So we need to make sure we're prepared. We need to make sure we make this a statement game. I need that Eagles team to be furious to the point where they go out there and they make a mockery at that Vikings team. That they say, this is not your night. This got to be a statement. This got to be a message to the league. This against the Vikings team. Because the Vikings are the Vikings are going to come here pissed off. Justin Jefferson, he doesn't care about anything. He wants to win. That's what he said. And the way they lost the game, they're going to be ready to go.
Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Go ahead.
You got to be fucking kidding me. The Jets won tonight in overtime.
Yeah, well, that's the Jets.
That was one of my picks. Fucking Christ.
Never trust Josh Allen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure they'll find an excuse for Josh Allen. Dan Silly will. But like I said, man, that's like, yeah, that's your comment.
That was referring to Kirk Cousins.
But it's like, dude, like there's some things that worry me. I see that play calling really gave me some questions, and I think it's going to be a lot better. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. David Champ, what's up, man? Champ is here at work. Champ is here at work. Yeah. Well,
the champ is here. What's going on, Dave?
Yeah. So we got a Thursday night football game, man. Hey, I'm so excited, man. Hopefully, I want a statement game. I want this team to blow out the Vikings, man. I want to kick their asses, bro. That's how I want it to be an ass whooping. We're going to be all right.
I think the game is going to be a little bit better. I don't think it's going to be the way that we like. I'm already getting warning signs about that. Oh boy. We should be fine though.
Brian Johnson calls a horrible play calling again.
Oh my god. Yeah, let's screen it to what's his name? AJ Brown.
And that guy irritated. That guy's starting to irk me, man. He better get his shit together, man. I'm running out of patience for Brian Johnson. I really am. I know it's week 1, but if he goes out there,
I was going to say it's the first game.
Yeah, well, we know how this first game is going to be when we have a shitty offense coordinator. We seen it with Press Taylor. Bob Marley said everything's going to be all right. Yeah, well, did Bob Marley tell you that we had an offense coordinator named Brian Johnson who can't call a game to save his life? Did he tell you that? Because let me tell you something. Brian Johnson don't get his shit together. I'm going to call him Brian Press Taylor. That's just going to be his former name. And his last name is Taylor. Because I still don't understand. In the rain, you're playing against the Patriots team, and you can't use DeAndre Swift for more than one carry. You can't call plays to save your life. You're in trouble then. There's no time to sit back and baby you. You know what I'm saying? You're done being a rookie. You know what I'm saying? You should have stole some notes from Shane Steichen before he left. If you can't call plays. But I need you to be that genius somehow. I need you to pull your head out of your ass and understand this is a game that you need to go out there and dominate. This is a good football team, no question about it. But good football teams go out there and they blow opponents out there they should. You're a good football team too. There should be no reason why you should struggle like that last week. And I thought we struggled more than the Lions game, if you want to be real. Because the Lions game, we were scoring points. We were barely scoring points with the Patriots game, except on defense. We scored one touchdown. We scored more of it against the Lions. So, it could be rust, but they need to figure it out by this Thursday because you got a football team that's going to be ready to go. And my fear is if we don't get the play calm going, it's going to be too late because, listen, that Vikings team is not coming in there just taking us lightly. They're going to use this film that we just saw with the Patriots, and they're going to do the exact same thing. It's just going to be a question. Can our offense coordinator put guys in the right position? Can a quarterback finally understand what he did wrong and fix it? And I think he will.
Here's the thing, though. We looked really weak in our run game. Our run defense, but the Vikings look very weak in their run game. So the Vikings might want to try to use their running game as an advantage to try to get better in their running game. And, try to see if they have something going on with that running game with what is his name, Addison?
Yeah, Addison. I can see them doing some jet sweeps with Addison.
He did get 11 carries. He didn't have a great day and all that stuff. I don't know how the blocking was and all that, but they can establish something with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also can picture them targeting Osborne and terrorize these linebackers. Like that Nakobe Dean injury, him and Bradbury are probably the worst thing that ever happened to us right now because you just lost your top two corner and you're trusting Josh Jobe. Not like Josh Jobe, but I don't know if he's ready to deal with Addison. Addison's already – the dude is going to be a problem. And I feel like this is where the game where you need to put a safety over the top. Because if you don't, this is going to be a long game. That's my fear going in. It's not going to be just because I know Darius Slay is going to lock him down. My fear is the other side. Who's covering Addison? Who's covering that dude?
Yeah.
Who's covering that? Is Sean Desai going to be aggressive this game? Is he going to make sure that these guys don't dominate the football game?
Who got KJ in the slot?
Go ahead.
Who got KJ in the slot?
Who? Maddox? I like Maddox more than I think Maddox can handle it. But Maddox got abused a little bit too. But I'm worried about James Bradbury's spot. Who is going to be able to take James Bradbury's spot? I need one of them to step up, whether it's Eli Ricks or Josh Jobe. I think it's going to be Josh Jobe more likely. Josh Jobe's probably going to get a start. But I need Josh Jobe to play like a lead corner this game. Because if you don't, this is going to be a long game for you. You cannot go into this game and take the Vikings lightly. You will get smoked. You will get embarrassed. And you could see Kirk Cousins win his first primetime game. And I cannot deal with that. You want to talk about embarrassing? If you lose to Kirk Cousins on primetime game, I don't want to hear nothing about the Giants getting blown out by the Cowboys. That's worse. That's embarrassing, dude. Because I've never seen Kirk Cousins win a primetime game. And if he goes in Philadelphia and beats us on primetime game, oh, man, could you imagine the memes? With the Kirk Cousins chains and all that? I can't deal with that, dude. I can't. The Kirk Cousins chain. You like that? You know what I'm saying? That would haunt me. And that's what I'm fearing the most is that we're not going to be disciplined enough and we're just going to take that game like it's nothing. We're not going to make no changes and we're just going to go in there like we did against New England and we're still going to be rusty. And Brian Johnson is going to do the exact same thing. Run with Gainwell because he haven't figured it out yet. But I hope that's not the case. But that is just what I'm fearing. I'm fearing that Jordan Addison's going to be the guy that's going to take over the game. And I feel like we're not going to have an answer for him. And I don't want to feel like that, but I feel like that is going to be a factor is Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison. We already know Justin Jefferson, we're going to double cover him because you don't leave him one-on-one. You're going to make sure you have a safety over the top with Justin Jefferson, correct? And also, by the way, I don't like that safety that's right next to Blankenship because Blankenship might not be playing either. He's injured too. He might be injured with a supposedly rib injury. So how serious is that? He didn't practice all today. So hopefully he plays, but you losing to Kobe Dean, one of your important pieces on your team. You're losing James Bradbury with a concussion. And you're relying on Josh Jobe, who really didn't get that many snaps. You know what I'm saying? But it's the next man mentality, We got to see, I'm hoping that Josh Jobe's ready because it's going to be a test for him. This is a guy that can fly the football. We just saw the film where he had it. This guy can fly. This guy can fly, and he can create a lot of mismatches. And if you're what's his name? Who's the coach for the Vikings?
Damn, what is his name? Fuck. Vikings.
Because listen, they got a good coach over there. This not
Evan O'Connell.
Evan O'Connell, and what is he known for? Being creative, right? So when I'm looking at this game plan, if I'm the Vikings, I would do some jet sweeps because I want to go after these linebackers and I want to create a lot of mismatches. I want to test these linebackers. I want to test these corners. I want to test these safeties. I want to see if they're that good. If I'm the Vikings, I'm throwing shots right at the Jordan Addison. I'm going right at the tight ends.
You want to hear something funny? You know the nickname for Kevin O'Connell? His nickname is Cock. I kid you not. I will literally screen share this for you. It's on Wikipedia. I'm literally looking at this. His name is Cock. You don't want to show it.
I'll show
it. It's literally right there. I'm gonna highlight it. Nickname Cock is American football coach and former player of the Minnesota Vikings. Yep, that is him, Kevin O'Connell.
Balls. Yeah, without the C, but with the K.
Yep. Weird. Cock.
Maybe it's a name from a hen.
Oh God. That shit's suspect.
Yeah, but he's gonna really be a cock if we can't stop. I'm saying Commanders, Clowns. On the other hand, I don't care about the Commanders, man. I care about my football team. My football team that got to make a statement. Sing with me. Don't worry, not a thing. Because you can't be like that, man.
Because every little thing is gonna be all right.
I mean, I wish everything was all right, but did you see everything was going to be all right when you versed the Patriots?
Well, for like the first 10 minutes when we were up 16-0.
Yeah, and what happened after that? So you can't be one of those guys and say everything's going to be all right when your offense didn't show you they were all right. Your playbook, your offense coordinator calling these plays weren't all right because they weren't seeing Bob Marley versus the Patriots.
Mm-hmm. It would be one thing if this was like the Super Bowl and we were going up against the Patriots and this is what we allowed to happen. We're just joyous. We actually got to critique this game because we want to be better in the next game. We know there's games coming up.
I'm trying to tell you this Vikings team is better than what y'all think, man. You cannot sleep on this team.
Yeah.
If you go into this game and think they're the exact same Vikings team, you will get embarrassed.
Yeah.
They're not the same Vikings team. They got weapons that can stretch the field. They do. Their problem is how bad Kirk Cousins will play. If Kirk Cousins played like he did on that versus the Buccaneers, they're going to win this football game. If we play like that, we play against New England, we're going to lose that football game. So we need to play better. Our coaching got to be better. Our offensive coordinator, Brian Johnson, needs to be better. And it's great to get a W, but at the same time, there's things that we got to work on. I love the Philadelphia fans, and I love them dearly, but they always want to be super positive. And there's always times where, sometimes you cannot always be positive. There's some things that we need to improve on. I get it, it's one game, but it's not going to matter one game when you're losing to a Vikings team because the Vikings team's coming in pissed off.
Yeah.
And if you think the Vikings team's not going to remember what we did to them last year,
and the year before,
like seriously, they still have a chip on their shoulder. That's not how they wanted to go out. We embarrassed them. We embarrassed them last year.
Yeah.
And if you know Justin Jefferson and you know the type of receiver he is from LSU, he holds grudges.
Yes,
he doesn't forget things.
Mm-hmm.
And they got the same culture we do. That it's the next mentality that they believe they're the best team. And they got a chance to embarrass us on primetime game.
In our house.
Exactly. And the way Brian Johnson calling these plays, it wouldn't shock me. So, again, man, I hope Brian Johnson get himself together. Because if he doesn't, it's going to be a long day for you. Since
you want a longer season.
Since we want to sing, we could sing. You know what I'm saying? What do you want to sing? Do you want to sing what's the song that would fit what we're doing? Rolling down the river.
Dun dun dun.
I was thinking more of what is it? What is it? I don't know. I'll figure this out. I took your picture away. I don't know. Something like that. It's just a song. At the end of the day, I'm singing this song called Get Your Shit Together. Because guess what? We got two good receivers coming up. And if you don't think that's bad, who do we play after the Vikings?
We have Tampa Bay.
And who do they have?
Tampa Bay on the road. We have to go to Tampa Bay.
Yeah. And Mike Evans and Godwin, they're nothing to sneeze at.
But we have to go up against Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, well, Baker Mayfield looked like a freaking beast out there versus the Vikings.
We are 0-1 versus Baker Mayfield. We haven't played him since 2020 when it was Hurts's rookie season and gingivitis made that start.
That game. Obviously, Carson Wentz was playing that game.
Yeah.
Hurts didn't even start. It was Carson Wentz, and he was trash.
Yeah.
He was throwing a pick. We got embarrassed by the Browns. But like I said, man, I want to be positive, but at the same time, we cannot always be positive because these are the things that we got to worry about. Good football teams got to fix their mistakes. The best football teams fix their mistakes in the beginning. They don't wait until the last minute. They don't. You were saying that about the defense. Oh, don't worry about the defense. We're going to be all right. And what happened? We got embarrassed in the Super Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you see a flaw in your team, you address it, you fix it, you talk about it. Because when you talk about it, then you can fix the problem instead of making the problem last. Like where your highness is. It's like bacteria in your teeth, man. You don't brush your teeth, eventually that plaque is going to build up until you can't deal with it anymore.
Exactly.
So again, man, you got to fix the situation. And the situation is our offensive coordinating job, Brian Johnson, that he did versus the Patriots was horrendous. It was horrible. It was that bad. We had no identity. And you could argue it was worse than last year versus the Lions. Because the Lions were scoring at least 21 points a game. We were making it a game. And we were putting up big time points on them. We didn't do that against New England. We scored 1 touchdown and 1 pick six by Darius Slay.
That's 1 offensive touchdown to me.
That's not enough when you're playing guys like Buffalo. That's not enough when you're playing teams like Kansas City. So, yeah, I am worried. And there's no positivity until I see that team go out in Minnesota and beat them like they should be. When they go out and dominate a football team and they show that they're the best football team, then I won't be worried. But I've seen this so many times with my football team. I've seen this over and over and again. It's a pattern with this team. And eventually you got to face that. Because if you don't face it now, you're going to face it down the road. Because good football teams are not going to sit there and going to feel bad for you. They're going to carve you up.
Yeah.
You got Kansas City. Don't sleep on them. You got the Buffalo Bills. Don't sleep on them. You got the Miami Dolphins. I can't sleep on them.
They just pulled off an upset versus the Chargers.
Like, you got some good receivers that you're playing. So this offense coordinator, this defense coordinator, whatever they need to do, if they need to pray, if they need to sit down and talk to each other, if they need to hug it out, I don't know what they need to do, but they need to figure it out now.
We got the entire NFC West minus the measly the Cardinals, who I don't really count as a good team. They got good wide receivers too.
The 49ers looked good.
Yeah. The Rams look good.
Yeah. And you're playing them. So, yeah, I would love to be Bob Marley. Everything's going to be all right. But too bad it's not all right. When your offense can't look like dog shit. When you know, your corners are getting beat. Or when your secondary is getting roasted and you have no other safety. When you don't have that number one running back because you choose not to put him in there. When your coordinator and your quarterback is not on the same page. Yeah, I do worry. Why wouldn't you be worried? I would.
Yeah.
Are you worried where you're at? Because I'm worried.
I'm a little bit worried. I am definitely a little bit worried right now. There needs to be some change.
You just saw Jordan Addison take a double team to the house, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
You just saw how they were able to do that. What do you think they're going to do to us if we don't get our stuff fixed?
They're going to shit on us.
Because if I'm Pat O'Donnell, what's his name? Pat O'Donnell, that's the coach, right? If I'm Pat O'Donnell, if I him, or is that the coach's name, Pat O'Donnell?
What is his freaking name? Kevin O'Donnell.
Kevin O'Donnell? I'm going after the linebackers. I just saw the tight end kill them. What do you think they're going to do? What do you think I'm going to do to a backup corner? You think I'm going to play easy on them? I'm going to target Josh Jobe. I'm going to make sure my receiver gets those fair matches against Josh Jobe. If I'm Kirk Cousins, I'm throwing to Jordan Addison all day. Because I'm not going to go against Darius Slay. I learned my lesson from last year.
Yeah.
I'm going to target that second corner, though, and Josh Jobe, because I know it's the weakest one. I know Bradbury's not playing. So, again, man, these are the things that you got to worry about because this can carry on, and they will carry on, and eventually that's how you lose playoff games. You don't got to worry about a Super Bowl because you won't be there if you don't fix these problems.
Mm-hmm.
You will lose football games. So I love the positivity. And David Eagle Champ, shout out to you, man, because I love your positivity. But at the same time, there's some things that we need to discuss.
It's called being real. It's
not even being real. It's about being honest with what you saw. Did you see a football team that gave you more answers and more excitement, or did you see a football team that gave you a little, hold,
They gave you
timeout?
more questions. They gave me more questions than answers.
And it's not me being negative. I don't want to nitpick things. And I get it's week 1, but I'd rather it be week 1 and fix these things than week 4 and week 5 when we're losing games by games because of these same mistakes. So let's fix it now, then rather wait for the next down the road when you need, especially in the playoffs. Because that's when the best teams play. Or if you don't make the playoffs, because you're going to lose mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that they fix these things. And this is why it's called Hiding with the Champ podcast, Eagles versus the Vikings predictions and questions. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can have Hiding with the Champ podcast. The Eagles whooped the hell out of the Vikings, and we were sitting there, we're on cloud 9, and we're sitting there, and we're hiding, smoking his vape, and he's happy as hell, and he's trolling the NFC East, and I'm sitting there laughing.
Not even smoking no more, man. I'm done.
Give him a second. Wait till Brian Johnson calls the plays again. Oh, you know, you know what I'm saying? But like, hopefully we're on cloud 9 after Thursday night. And we're just sitting back and we're just saying, this is what I wanted. A comeback win. You go out there and you dominate a football team. That's what I want to see my team to do. Because if it's another close game, it's going to be questions.
Gesundheit.
I'm sorry. I was allergic to I was allergic to the
You're allergic to bullshit.
Hey, listen. No disrespect. I love the positivity. And don't get me wrong. I love the positivity. I want to be positive. But there's some things that are just not positive with me. And when my football team is looking like that, I can't be positive.
I can't.
Like I'm sorry. I'm not one of these. Let's be positive every time. There's some things that just got to be addressed.
Yeah.
And I wish it was all goody, and we have nothing to talk about. But, you know, the beauty of everything about football season, you get to see what your team is. You get to fix your mistakes. And you go out there Thursday night football and you get the job done. You fix these problems so they don't go down the road. I know I'm beating around the bush. How long we been on here for? We've been here for a while. So
a little over 2.
So I mean, overall, what are your expectations? Like again, what are you looking for the most? And what was your score? What's your score prediction going to be?
My score prediction is going to be 34-24. I want to see us run the ball a little bit more. I also want us to, have some better protection for Jalen Hurts. And I also want us to see us press these corners a little bit. I want Sean Desai to try out some different schemes, really be more creative, so much more creative than Jonathan Gannon ever was. I want to see it. I want to see all types of plays from the playbook that I have never seen before. I want to be wowed on Thursday night. I want to be like, yo, this guy caught that. Look at the defense that Sean Desai. It looks day and night from the last game. I want to see it.
Yeah, I mean, can we have a cornerback blitz? I hope he pulls everything out because listen, this is a primetime game. So pull everything out. Get creative. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I will love a pick 6 by Darius Slay. That would set the tone again. Can we get enough? How about a Jalen Carter pick? I'm gonna call right now. Jalen Carter gets a pick 6. It goes right into his hands. Josh Sweat knocks the ball right into Jalen Carter's hand, and he runs it in for a touchdown.
That's a dream come true.
Wouldn't that be awesome? I even got a better one. Nolan Smith gets a forced fumble.
Oh, let me tell you about what I saw at the Eagles bar. I saw an Eagles hat, but The jersey that he was wearing was a Georgia Bulldog jersey, Jalen Carter on the back.
Okay.
I know it's the Bulldogs, but still.
No. I thought you were going to say it was a Cowboy jersey. I'm like, oh, typical. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't see too many assholes in that bar, really. You know, with the opposite jerseys and all.
I'm saying, but like I said, man, we got 8 people who like that channel. Appreciate y'all, man. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Got 4 people in the chat. Like I said, subscribe to my other guy, my other half of my podcast, the other half of me of this the Hiding with Chin podcast. Without him, this don't exist. Where you hiding? If you new, definitely go subscribe to him. If you love comedy, it is what it is. But who do you think is going to be player of the game? Who do you think is going to have the most receptions? Who do you think is going to be the it factor? What do we need to do to beat the Vikings?
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's gonna be AJ Brown that's gonna beat this team to death.
Woo!
I think he's gonna get the most yards, the most receptions. Followed right behind that, I think we're gonna have 2 100-yard receivers, Devontae Smith, AJ Brown. Give it both to them. But I have Devontae Smith getting 1 touchdown. I have AJ getting another, possibly 2. So expect those 2 to go off. But my overall player of the game is going to be AJ Brown.
I think it's going to be my guy DeAndre Swift. I feel like he knows his team very much. He was with Detroit, and he's going to go off. He's going to run 60 yard. He's going to run from 68 yard for a touchdown. The second they hand it off, boom, he's going to run it in for a touchdown. You're going to hear Joe Buck on Thursday Night Football say this one. Hurts hands it off. It's Swift breaking tackles. He's gone. And for the touchdown. That is what I want to see. I want to see my boy DeAndre Swift get those opportunities. I don't want to see game one in the backfield. You want to put him in a backfield situation, that's fine. Put him in the situation when we need him. I need to see Zero get these snaps. Brian Johnson, give DeAndre Swift. Nick Sonier talked about in his press conference that he thinks that DeAndre Swift didn't get the opportunities. I need to see him get the most carries out of any running back. I need to see Penny on that field. Get some snaps also. You know what I'm saying? Put some Boston Scott out there. Get this offense creative. I mean, get this playbook open. Be creative with this offense. I need this offense line. They do their job. Lane Johnson, man, you had a bad game. I need you to come back and lock down like you always do. Because like I said before my other podcast yesterday, it's time to take the training wheels off that bike. Full speed. Let's go. Let's get that W. And I feel like Devontae Smith and Goddard are going to be mismatches, man. I need to see my boy Smithy eat. I need to see my boy Dallas Goddard, who didn't get any targets, eat. I feel like Dallas Goddard is going to be the it factor, along with DeAndre Swift. I feel like Dallas Goddard is going to be that guy that's going to give him the most trouble. Dallas Goddard is going to have 2 touchdowns, and I said go over 200 yards.
Don't sleep on our tight ends either. That sounds really good right now.
I feel like DeAndre Swift and Dallas Goddard are going to be the player. AJ Brown, Devontae are going to eat. But I feel like the guy that needs to come up big is number 1. You know what I'm saying? And listen, Jalen Hurts had a bad game, but I expect this guy to turn right to be the MVP quarterback that we all know he can be. And I feel like this is the game. This is the game where he is going to show up. Last year, he showed up versus the Vikings. He looked like that MVP quarterback. He's going to do it again. He's going to do it again. This is where we get the game going, man. I listen. I want this team to go out there, and I want them to smoke this team to bits. I want them to put a notice out to this league that what you saw on Sunday was just rust. That what you've been saying about us is not true. Jalen Hurts is what he was. He didn't regress. He's back. And I don't think he's regressed at all. Just put it out to people for people to get upset. I'm not saying he regressed. I'm saying that people think that, you got Dan Silly out here talking about he's a wildcat. I need him to shut up. So I need my boy Jalen Hurts, my MVP quarterback. You know what I'm saying? This dude right here. You know what I'm saying? This guy right here. Cut you off. This dude right here. Okay. I need this dude right here.
Leave it alone, but they keep calling me back. I be speaking the truth, and they act like they hate facts. You cannot put on this team.
I need that dude. Okay.
That gives me hype. That gives me hype.
For sure. But I need him to come up big, man. I need him to play like the MVP. And what better way to start your MVP season against the former team that you started your MVP off with, the Minnesota Vikings, the Purple Freaks, as Big D would say. The team that we stomped out in the Super Bowl, the team that we beat and we shut down their number one receiver, Justin Jefferson. I need Darius Slay to lock down this receiver, and I need these guys to press up on these receivers. Do not let these guys 15 yards off the football. I'm talking you, Sean Desai. I need these teams ready to go. You know, so I need this offense coordinator to be better, and I just need this. I need this team to be ready. You know, because we got a dogfight, and it's not going to be an easy job. But I feel like if we can do a job, and we can, what did I say? The only way we lose games is inflict the wounds, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The reason why the Patriots came back was because of inflicted wounds. Fumbling the football. Jalen Hurts no more fumbling, dude. Okay? You had your 2 fumbles. You know what I'm saying? You had your fumble in the Super Bowl. You had your fumble now. Stop fumbling, okay? All right? We need him to protect the ball at all costs, and we need to be able to have an officer who can design plays and get these guys, open up the playbook as wide as you can. Okay? Pause.
Yes.
But open up the playbook as wide as you can and get these guys ready to feast, man. What's your defensive player of the game? Who do you think is going to have the best on defense?
I'm gonna have to go with Hassan Reddick here. I really didn't think he did all that much in that game, but he has some pressures. I think he's going to go off in this game as well and really make an impact on that defensive side. So that's who my player of the game is.
Give me Jalen Carter again, man. Jalen Carter's been on a roll, man. You know, he comes versus Mac Jones. He's able to be dominant. Give me Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis for I think they're going to have 5 sacks each. I think Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are going to have 5 sacks each. I feel like him and Jordan Davis are going to set the tone. You know, the big boys. These two have been playing
boys
great
in the middle.
Yeah. Close that middle, man. You know what I'm saying? If you can you get pressure on Kirk Cousins, the game is over. You know, and I feel like Sean Desai right now, you know, he's going into his playbook. He's designing all these plays. And, you know, I know he's preparing for Kirk Cousins. But give me Jalen Carter, man. Jalen Carter, defensive rookie of the year, number, 88 or 98? 98? Give me the rookie. Give me that dude from Georgia. Give me that Bulldog. Give me that number 8 overall pick that we drafted.
You know it's an advantage for us the first 3 weeks. We don't even have to face any mobile quarterbacks until we face Washington.
Mm-hmm. For sure. You know, it's going to – like I said, give me Jalen – well, I mean, the mobile quarterback. I mean, could you say Baker Mayfield's a mobile quarterback?
Not really.
What
I
about
could
you?
I could see him possibly more as a pocket passer, and he's getting a little bit older too.
How old is Baker Mayfield?
Right around 26, 27.
No, he should be younger than that. Wasn't he drafted in same year as Josh Allen? Yeah, he was drafted the same year as Josh Allen.
2019. See how old he is. Damn, show his fucking age. Oh yeah, he's definitely he's 28.
Makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, but Baker Mayfield still can use his legs. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, he'll run sometimes. He isn't the fastest quarterback in the league, though.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was not impressed with Sam Howell one bit.
Yeah, me either. He threw a pick or two.
You know, so I feel like we can get to him. I feel like the biggest challenge will be Patrick Mahomes. And I feel like Patrick Mahomes and Tua will be the biggest challenge for quarterbacks. I feel like Josh Allen we can get to. You know what I'm saying? But again, it starts with the Vikings, man. I got to see this team play better, and then we can talk about what we can do. But I feel like this is the game where we dominate the football team. I feel like this is the game where you see this offense go off. What more than a primetime football game? Amazon Prime. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's Joe Buck or the other two, but
Yeah, it's Buck. It's more it's Troy Aiken and Joe Buck.
is it really?
Yeah, my dad calls him Troy Aiken instead of Troy Aikman.
I thought it was the other dude. I thought it was the I thought it was the other guy. What's his name? Al Michaels. Al Michaels.
Nah, they're on for what are they on? They're on for third. Oh yeah. You're right. Because Joe Buck is on for Monday night.
Yeah, well, that was horrible, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my bad.
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about them. Hey, I feel like they should be on Thursday night.
So
Yeah,
we're getting Al Michaels this time. And
Yeah, we're getting Al Michaels and we're getting Kurt Herbert straight and
Kurt Herbstreit.
Yeah, we get all these clowns. Yeah, Richard Sherman.
Kurt Herbstreit was a former quarterback for the Buckeyes.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of him. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Al Michaels, but the other dude I'm not a fan of. He doesn't bring that juice. He doesn't bring that juice. He does.
He does.
What with the other dude?
No, I'm talking about Al Michaels has the juice.
Oh no, Al Michaels has the juice. I'm talking about the other dude. That's what
Kurt Herbstreit sucks.
Yeah, I know.
God damn. I love him as a Buckeyes QB, but god damn he sucks.
Like he is so boring, bro. Like when he calls a game, it's like, yeah, Jim, Jalen Hurts. It's like, dude, you have no freaking.
He's kind of like the opposite way of how I feel about Tony Romo. Like, I hated him as a Cowboy, but goddamn, he's got good announcing ability.
I thought you were going to say Booger McFarland.
Oh, Booger McFarland's horrible. But Chris Collinsworth has to be the worst.
He can announce, though. He at least can tolerate his announcing.
There's this guy. Oh, well, if he was more like Tom Brady. Oh, I love me some Tom Brady. Get the fuck out of here.
Dak Prescott is just a very good quarterback. Watch this play. Watch the guard, Zach Martin. I mean,
you can tell he's been training with Tom Brady. Man, he jerking off Tom Brady and shit.
Watch Jason Kelsey. Watch this guy. You want to talk about one of the best offensive line? This is why he's a pro. Like, dude, shut up. We know he's a Pro Bowl, you dummy.
And we know he's a guy, too. Well, this guy.
I can't wait till we play the Giants. Daniel Jones is a pretty good quarterback. He just his offensive line got to give him time, but you got to throw that ball. Like he was sitting there saying Daniel Jones had pride to be out there. Bro, they should have benched his ass by second half. He had no pride. His old teammates let him down. They just had enough of playing with him. They dropped the ball out of their hands on purpose. They don't like him. Like it's all about pride moment, man. It's the fact that he would get more respect. Man, shut up.
Sound like pussies out there.
Like he would get more pride and respect if he's out there. So he get his ass raped more. Yeah, that showed the team. We're courage, man. You out there, you get your ass beat more. Yeah, we will. We'll rally around you. Quiet. I think they want to win more than they get their ass beat. I mean, Daniel Jones stinks, man. I heard John fans talk about the offensive line. Dude, sometimes he had clean pocket, man, and he holds on the ball too much.
If that's the case, then you should have went in the draft and got some linemen. Why'd you give him all that money?
Yeah, he got overpaid for real.
He got $40 million. Guess how much point that for every dollar the Dallas Cowboys put up for every point, for every dollar that is on that contract. Anyways, 40 million, 40 points. Anyways, yeah, that's where I'm going with that.
Yeah, then my boy Philly had time tripping if he thinks we're not going to sweep the Giants. The Giants stink. The exact same Giants.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Hot Time, but he told me that we're going to sweep the Giants. We're no way in hell we're splitting with the Giants.
We're sweeping the Giants.
We're sweeping them. You know, so we're sweeping the command. I think we're going to sweep the whole division. I just got to see my offense coordinator.
You know what? I think it would be the greatest troll job if we were walking into a MetLife Stadium like 15-1, and we put our thirds and fourths in, and we somehow beat the Giants in the last game of the season.
Hey, listen, man. By then, I don't think we need our starters versus the Cardinals. By then, I think we can lock up home field advantage. Because listen, right? If you beat the Vikings and you beat the Commanders and you beat the Chiefs and you take care of business, and then listen, if this team take care of the business and they're able to stay as much as healthy as possible, I think they can win 15 games, and it's not impossible, right?
Yeah.
It's just the fact that it's going to come down to health. And right now, you lose the Kobe Dean. I think that's gonna affect us Thursday night. I really do. I think that's gonna be the biggest weakest link is our linebackers, because Kobe Dean, as much people want to talk about him, he's really that vocal leader on that football team when it comes to the linebackers. He's that captain. He has that green dot. So you lose him, that's huge. You lose Bradbury, that's huge. So it's going to come down to injuries, but I feel like this schedule is not hard as a lot of people think. It's just the fact that we make it hard, because our offense is not clicking the way it is. But I feel like this is the game, the Vikings game. What did Jalen Hurts come back and start his MVP year with against the Vikings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? That was when he started it off. Well, who are you versing this week?
The Vikings.
There you go. So, I feel like this is the game where Jalen Hurts has his best performance. He puts his best foot forward, and he gets the job done. Predictions. I'm going to go 31. I'm going to go 31. 31-17.
Okay. It's a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to dominate that football team. I feel like this Eagles team knows what they're doing. We're just beating around the bush. But I feel like we're going to see a different football team. I feel like everything that we're saying about this football team is not what they're going to do. They're going to come out they're like, just forget about what we did last Sunday. This is what we do. And it's just going to dominate. I feel like that's what's going to happen. Man. If they don't dominate, there's going to be more questions, and I'm going to have an issue because. This is the statement game. This is where you need to go out there and you need to put your foot forward and say, this is what we're going to do to teams. This is the norm. That's not the norm I want to see. I don't want to see close games when you're supposed to beat this team. You better beat this Vikings team. You know what I'm saying? This is Kirk Cousins. It's not elite quarterback. It's not Josh Allen. It's not Mahomes. This is Kirk Cousins. He's bad at primetime games. So we better go out there and we better treat him like Kirk Cousins that he is. Trash.
Mm-hmm.
Guy that's mediocre. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I love the Birds, guys, but they look off.
Yeah, that's what we're here discussing.
Yeah, and that's the issue. And shout out to you for the comment. And that's why I am a little worried because if Brian Johnson's offensive coordinator does not get fixed and he does not start understanding what he did wrong, and if he goes into, let's say he goes into this film set and he says, I don't think I did anything wrong. And he goes into this playbook and he just does the exact same thing. Well, I'm going to have an issue with that. Because
here's the kicker.
Go ahead.
And here's the kicker. The start for that game was actually great. We got off to a 16-0 start, and then we let our foot off the gas, let them score 14 unanswered. That's not cool.
My issue is when you were at the goal line, this is where I thought Brian Johnson was playing scared, right? Take a shot. Take a shot at the end zone. You got two elite receivers. I would have targeted that rookie corner. I felt like we didn't take advantage of those opportunities. We try to run the ball. Well, you're not going to run the ball against New England. You know what I'm saying? They know exactly how to stop your running game, right? And no one is really affected by Kenny Gainwell. You know what I'm saying? You really didn't make him effective. You know what I'm saying? You have to tire out that defense. You got to start with Penny, and then you put in Gainwell. But we felt like we were just putting Gainwell and we weren't tiring out that front four. You know what I'm saying? You got to tire out that defense. That's when Penny comes in because he's able to tire out that defense. That's when Swift comes in because he's able to make people miss. Gainwell is not the guy that's going to tire out that defense or the opposing side. You got to use Penny in that situation. Those first carries, the first quarter, that's when I use Penny. And then I would make it to, then I'll add a little Swift and then Gainwell. Sprinkle a little Gainwell a little bit to the third and fourth. That's when you used him. That's when he was effective. Look at the Giants game. We used him in the third and the fourth quarter. Why? Because they were already exhausted. And we were just able to kill them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? That's why I feel like Gainwell is effective, is that when that defense is tired out and they can't handle anymore, that's when you finally throw the last blow to end the hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
But you got to be able to grind it out. Every year, there is always a BS loss. Last year, the Commanders. Yeah.
He's basically saying every year there is like a BS loss like the one last year from the Commanders.
Yeah. You mean this one? You mean this one?
Quick 3 and out for the Vikings on all.
That's the Vikings. Ooh, I forgot I had that film. But where's what I'm trying to show you? I think it's this one. I think it is. I'm gonna go with my gut.
Clearly in his face.
Like I don't know if I still had it, but yeah, when Taylor Heineke got that last.
Oh man, you're talking about that Brandon Graham late hit.
That's how we lost the game.
They should have let that go, man.
Then Washington was jumping up.
Taylor Heineke just jumping up and down like a complaining, whiny little bitch. I can't stand him, man.
Isn't he with the Falcons?
Yeah, he is. Slitta was over there begging for him to come in instead of Ritter because he stunk.
But yeah, he's bragging about how he's a good coach. Okay. Yeah, make that sense for me, Batman. You know what I'm saying? You out here. Yeah, okay. All right, Slitta.
Mickey Mouse 1-0.
It is what. Yeah. Every year there's always a loss, man. There's always a loss, bro. Commanders. How about what's the other one? What would be the other one? Oh yeah, there was another one. Oh, the New Orleans Saints one. With Minshew.
Wait a minute, what?
When Minshew, we lost with Minshew with the New Orleans Saints one.
No, it wasn't. Oh yeah, we lost with Minshew as our quarterback. Okay, yeah, that makes sense now.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Let me bring up bad memories again.
Oh God.
Saying
Jalen Hurts almost perfect this year on postseason too. You gotta play him to lock up the division, don't you?
That to me is the only reason you play Jalen Hurts. If you need to win to get in, that young man has to be on the field as your quarterback if he is healthy enough to do it.
They need to put Sidney Brown on the field because Justin Evans is trash, bro. Yeah, I'm not a fan. He sucks.
Who's real in the NFC besides the Eagles and 49ers? I say the Cowboys are up there.
I'll give it to the Seattle Seahawks, man. Seattle, maybe the 49ers. It depends on Brock Purdy, right? But Brock Purdy, yeah, you said the 49ers, so we
don't sleep on
Lions,
the Rams
maybe?
either.
The Lions?
The Rams may be back. Oh yeah, the Lions too.
The Lions, yeah. You know, they're grinding. They're a grinding football team. They're a football team that just fights. You know, I feel like Dan Campbell. You know, I was wrong about him, but I feel like that. You know, he might be a good coach. Who's real in NFC beside the Eagles and 49ers? I mean, again, it's week 1, so you really don't know. But if I have to put it, maybe Seattle. The Lions. I thought the Packers looked good with Jordan Love.
The Packers I'm sorry, not the Packers, but the Cowboys had the best game of the week, though, unfortunately.
They beat the fucking Giants. They're trash. Can I see the Dallas Cowboys do that to the Jets? Or can I see them do that to someone else? Please. Daniel Jones stinks, dude. He's literally the worst quarterback in the division. That guy's awful. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Ray Hyatt was joking about how the Giants, but nowhere where I talked to Ray Hyatt. If you want to be real, and Ray Hyatt will be real with you, he did not think the Cowboys were going to lose the Giants. He was hoping the Giants would beat the Cowboys.
I actually thought I was actually dumb enough to think that the Giants had a chance in this game and pick them. I was actually dumb. I'm eating crow. I wasn't hoping. I was literally delusional enough to. Dude, I am a dumbass for that one.
This is what Rihanna was doing.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? This is what he was doing. I told you the Giants were trash. He told me, no, EC1, I think they're better than what you think. All right. No, I don't think they're going to blow them out. All right. I told you it was going to be a blowout. I said the Cowboys were dropping. I got a Cowboy fan already telling me, oh, we're going to do that to the Eagles. Yeah, okay.
Oh, my God. Shut the fuck up.
They already hyped up. Listen, that's their Super Bowl. Didn't you hear they won the Super Bowl yesterday?
Yeah.
It's
all over the news.
Right here. Go ahead.
It's all over the news.
Yeah, look, I hope they hype the Dallas Cowboys up so much. I hope they talk about them because, listen, we're very good when we're underdogs. You know what I'm saying? We're at our best. You know what I'm saying? So I hope they hype the Dallas Cowboys up because, listen, that shutout is because the Giants stink and they're garbage and they always will be garbage. And last year, they got lucky to make the playoffs, man. They beat a Minnesota Vikings team that should never been there. And they ran into the Eagles, and we carved them up too.
Yes.
And they didn't improve. If you want to be real, they got worse, not better. You know what I'm saying? They got 2 rookie corners on each side. That's going to take a while to develop. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they lost a lot of good veterans. You know, who did they lose that was important to them? Jordan Love. I mean, that you know, they lost a lot of good players. Not Jordan Love. That's Jordan Love, the Packers quarterback. They lost a lot of good players, man. So they're not the same team. You know, they lost a lot of good pieces in free agency.
You know, you want to know how they're hyping up the Cowboys for real? So our game was 3 hours. Yeah, it started like 3 or 4 hours before their games did. And let's see. Our game started at 4:20. Their game started at 8:20. Our game got 1 million views on YouTube. And their game, even though it started 4 hours later than ours did, has 2 million views. They're really hyping up that win.
All this just goes like this.
Will it be Dallas figuring out a way to do it and advancing to Tampa Bay next week? Or the 49ers? Will they hold on and travel to Lambeau Field and take on the Packers? It's a little early for tears.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think she thinks it's over already. It's not. You're still alive. But she also thinks it's over. It's not. It's still here. But right here.
Oh.
Will it be Dallas figuring out a way to do it and advancing to Tampa Bay next week? Or the 49ers? Will they hold on and travel to Lambeau Field and take on the Packers? It's a little early for tears.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think she thinks it's over already. It's not. You're still alive. But she also thinks it's over. It's not. It's still here. But right here.
bad just to lose the playoffs. Because listen, we know the Dallas Cowboys are going to do that. They're going to hype. They win. They beat the Giants.
Or Stephen A. Smith when you need him. Accident waiting to happen.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, you should know me. You should know me.
Here we go.
Molly.
Wow, Dak Prescott.
Molly,
I feel so bad for the guy.
Molly, from my soul.
Oh.
I was so happy. Look at him.
Greatest fans in the world. Oh, the greatest fans in the world.
Hail Marys are Father, Son,
Where's the last guy? Where's the dude that was crying at the end?
They deserve better. Y'all deserve better.
Show them all. Hold on. Let's take a moment, y'all. Let's take a moment. Let's watch this. There he is. There he is. Oh, this is beautiful. I mean, that's how I want Cowboy fans to look. Look at them. Look at that. I mean, it's beautiful. This is beautiful. Let me tell you something right now. They deserve it, man. They deserve it.
Trash. You know what I'm saying? Every year with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Every year with y'all. You know? Y'all do this. Y'all do this. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand it. Speaking of which, a clown here. You know what I'm saying? Look at him. 40 and up. Bro, will you do that in the playoffs, man? That's what I want to know.
Then you can't.
You know what? Have a chip. Have a chip. That's going to be your cookie. Here, pick your flavor. Pick your flavor. Because that's what you're going to be. You're going to be sitting on the couch eating these. You see that? You want some chips? There you go. There you go.
You know, once they get eliminated, they're gonna want some ice cream, not no chips.
Listen, we don't have vanilla. We ran out.
That's the ultimate sign of depression.
We got popsicle sticks for y'all. Listen, we don't have no whiskey. Y'all drank all the food and ate all the food because y'all been sitting on that couch for the last 29 years, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all better hope you get to the NFC Championship game because you're gonna be starving. Damn, all that potato chips and Doritos. Yeah, y'all ate all those bags, man. You went through them. You know what I'm saying? You know, dude, Dak Prescott wasn't even the lead. You know what I'm saying? Your defense really won you the game. You know what I'm saying?
Dak didn't even throw for a touchdown.
Again, this is clown shit. Dak owns you. Well, Dak owns playoff losses. So, I mean, what are we talking about? He owns 2 playoff losses. You know what I'm saying? He only has 2 playoff wins under his own belt, man. Come on, man.
Since 1995, you let the Eagles get 3 quarterbacks into the Super Bowl. 3 quarterbacks have gone to the Super Bowl as Eagles.
The Dallas Cowboys, that was their Super Bowl, man. They will never beat a team like that again. That was the rate of shine, man. That was their grace, their ultimate Super Bowl trophy is beating the Giants. The so-called great elite Giants that everybody told me that they were so good. Daniel Jones is a proven. Daniel Jones stinks. That offense line is great. That offense line stinks.
There's something about the Cowboys. They love beating up on little kids, but when the stepdad comes into the room or a real father comes into the room, they beat the stepdad's ass. They're like the stepdads of the NFL. Beat up on the little kids, and then the father comes in and beat their ass.
The New York Giants was in the playoffs, and
it's a new season.
Yeah, and did you beat the Giants in the playoffs though? No, you didn't. So again, you dude, we beat the Giants in the playoffs. Y'all didn't.
And we beat y'all daddy in the playoffs too.
Like seriously, man. Like I don't know why Dallas Cowboy fans feel to brag after week 1. Y'all do this every year. And where does it get you? Where does it get you? Does it get you a Super Bowl? Because you've been 29 years without a Super Bowl ring. You haven't been to the NFC Championship game since freaking Barry Switzer was your head coach. So again, you running your mouth and talking crap. And you in the comment section, every time you Cowboy fans in the comment section, acting like you accomplished something, you beat the Giants. They're going to be the worst in the division. They might be worse than Washington. Washington might be better than them. Sorry to say it. You beat the Giants. They stink. They're garbage. Daniel Jones is trash. Come on, really? You want a smelly sticker every time you beat a good team? Well, I mean, I'll start buying some.
They
You
just
want
want us
a
to kiss.
sticker every time you get it? You want to go and star?
They just want us to kiss their ass. That's all they want us to do.
Yeah, they want us to wipe their ass, Lily. Like Lily, they want us to wipe their ass. Seriously, man. The Cowboys are known to choke in the big games. That's your season. When the season starts for the Dallas Cowboys, is the playoffs.
There's a reason why we can't wait for January, bro. Not only for the Eagles to go to the championship game or the NFC or the Super Bowl, but for the Cowboys to choke somewhere around that first round or the second round. We always love those.
They're trash, bro. Like I got a Cowboy fan telling me that they're good. Stop it, man. You beat the Giants. You struggle versus the Pats. Did we win though? Did we win? Last time I checked. Shit. Did we take a L?
Watch when they go up against the Patriots and they lose that game somehow. They're gonna be like, "Oh, well, you still struggle versus the Pats." Watch.
Dak Prescott, I had 38 points on him. We almost beat them. Meanwhile, Dak threw 5 picks against that team.
That would be disgusting. Oh my god!
Watch him lose to Zach Wilson and the Jets. If you lose to Zach Wilson and the Jets, I'm clowning.
I'll never let them live that down. Holy shit! Memes all over the place. But they had Sauce Gardner.
They're so pathetic, bro. Like I'm wondering if they actually got dropped on the head when they were young. Because they're the most delusional, dumb, stupid fan base I've ever seen in my lifetime. I'm wondering if they actually took the small school bus to school. Because you can't talk football with them. You know, if you tell them that they did a good job, we have the best team. No, you don't. You don't have the best team. Oh, well, if your defense, if your defense is good, well, they have to have the best. Like, they can never be satisfied with being compliment. It's always got to be they're the best. That's why no one likes y'all. Because y'all run around here, you're bragging about beating out of any other team in a division. The Giants, they stink. They're garbage. They're the same Giants from every year that we've seen them. They just get worse and worse and worse. Like, what do you want me to do about that W? You shut up the Giants. You're supposed to. They're garbage. like seriously, who raise your hand if you actually think that the Giants are good. The Giants stink.
Nah.
They stink. And you could argue that they lost their best tight end in that game. I don't think Waller played in that game. But y'all don't want to talk about that. Never mind. We won't talk about injuries. You don't want to
Yeah, that was the guy they were hyping up all week. They were like,
y'all don't want to talk about that.
We're gonna get him with Waller.
Y'all want to talk about that. You don't want to talk about how they didn't have Waller in that game. You know what I'm saying? They were down with one of their tight ends, and y'all don't want to hear about that. You want to celebrate, but let it be the other way around. Y'all talk about his injuries. Y'all pathetic, man. Y'all hypocrites, dude. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool because we're gonna make sure we'll put that ass where it belongs, in the place where it belongs. We're gonna put you on your place this year.
Hopefully, in the timeout corner.
Yeah, we're gonna put you in a timeout chair. That's what y'all need to belong. Every year, y'all going in timeout chair in the playoffs. You do nothing. But hype up that Giants win. I'm sure the Cowboy fans in my comment section will. I'm already hear one of them. We scored 40 on the Giants. Dude, they're the Giants. They stink. Congratulations, you beat the Giants. Will you do that to Washington, though? Will you do that to the Jets, though? Will you do that to elite defense, though? Like, essentially, it wasn't a fair game. It's not like the Giants had a chance in that game. They literally just collapsed. They had a serious meltdown. They had a breakdown. They had a mental breakdown on national television, bro. They got bullied yesterday, man. Like they weren't prepared at all. The coach looked lost. Everybody told me, he was better than Nick Sirianni, right? Sure he was. It's I'm done with them, man. They clowns, bro. What do you get out of this, man? Seriously. Team quits because it's all that Dan Jones stinks, man. The dude's garbage. So I don't want to hear about his playoff victory nonsense. He beat a Vikings team. You know what I'm saying? He's a choke artist. He came to his own 2 feet. I do like the Cowboys are going to get exposed, man. It is what it is. Y'all think we're the Giants? Okay,
the Giants aren't going to be a factor this year. Look for them to be a factor next year. They're going to be eliminated. It's going to be hard for them to get even 5 wins after a performance like that. That was disgusting.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being a Giants fan? You wait the entire offseason after getting spanked by the Eagles 3 times, and then now you come into this season losing to the Cowboys on a season opener 40-0. That's like a fucking man's worst nightmare.
You don't even believe that. I know you don't. Hey, can someone screenshot that, please? Because I'm going to remember that. I got receipts this year, dude. I'm just telling you, you better not hide when we beat you. Y'all are in for a rude awakening. I'm telling you. Oh, I cannot wait to play y'all. Oh, my God. I wish y'all fucking tied the game up, man. I wish it was 21-21. Oh, man. I fucking hate y'all. I hate you more than Giant fans.
All right. I'm going to send that receipt to you right now.
This live stream ain't going nowhere, by the way. It's staying up.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want you to be there when we embarrass y'all. Matter of fact, be on Where You're Hiding channel, because we might have it on Where You're Hiding channel, the Hiding with the Chin podcast, when we embarrass y'all.
We need to have it alternate.
Like, it's going to be so great to finally sweep the shit out y'all, man. Because I'm telling you right now, you're not this team. You remember with the guy, what was that? The one meme? You're not that guy, pal. Oh, are you that guy? Yeah, I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? You remember that meme?
Yeah.
You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. You're not that guy,
pal. Nowadays, it's you, not him.
Yeah, you don't have Himothy. We have Himothy. You don't have Himothy. You got Dak Cousins. Who? That's my check. Let me pull up my receipts, but I don't think he had more than 500 passing yards. Explain to me this one. Riddle me this, Batman, right? Because if the Dallas Cowboys were so good and Dak Prescott was so elite, explain to me why this guy had overall. Let me look it up. Okay. This guy had overall. And this is why I have a problem with Cowboy fans. They bragging about this passing yard, right? Dak Prescott was 13 for 24, 143 yards, 11.0 average, and 0 TDs and 0 interceptions.
Wow.
But let it be Jalen Hurts. Y'all say he's buns. But let's hype Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott did nothing. He didn't score a touchdown. You want me to pull it up for you? I was sitting to where you're hiding right now. Look at the stats, dude. This is what we're bragging about. Shout out to my boy Philly Castro for this too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? But this is embarrassing. I'm gonna send to your Instagram where you
143 yards, no touchdowns, but he doesn't have a pick.
Look at this. Where just send it to your Instagram. Take a look at it. Dak Prescott, Mr. So-called elite. Like this is the clown stuff that I hate about Dallas Cowboys. They can't even be real. Because let it be Dak Prescott, let it be Jalen Hurts having this. Oh, they would be talking about how bad he is.
Yeah.
By the way, Jets head coach Robert Saleh fears that Aaron Rodgers ruptured his Achilles and will be forced to miss entire 2023. Fuck. One of them.
Oh no, he's gonna miss the entire season.
Yep.
Fuck.
Oh boy.
He only played for 4 plays.
He just needs to retire at this point, bro. He's done.
He's done, man. He only played for 4 plays.
You know what I'm saying? I just sent it to your Instagram where you take a look of Dak Prescott stats.
And look at your screen share so you can show the people. Look at that smile. Oh, yeah, he's proud of those stats. Oh, my God. Look at that smile.
Look at you. I'm laughing at y'all. Y'all are so clowned out, man. This is what we bragging about? Let Jalen Hurts have that. Oh, they would have a field day on him. Dan Silly will be talking about how he's buns. Oh, my God. This is how pathetic they are, man. This is your quarterback? Oh, yeah. You're right. He didn't throw a pick. He didn't have a touchdown either. 143 yards for Dak Cousins.
He had 11 incompletions. 11.
Yeah, he needs to start working at the Home Depot, man, because his job's done. That's Carson Wentz like, man, from 2020.
Yeah.
Except one thing, no throw picks.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you got a thing going on with gingivitis. Like he literally wouldn't get over 100 yards until the fourth quarter.
That's embarrassing, bro.
Yeah,
that is embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? That's embarrassing, man. Like seriously, how can you brag about 13 and 24? You know what I'm saying? You know, like dude. Dak Prescott right now doing this. We know he's doing this right now. You know what I'm saying? He out here taking a nap. He out here like he making sleep number commercials. He out here with the Home Depot. Now he's with the Lowe's. Start working for Lowe's because he's not going to have a job soon. That's horrendous. Shout out to my guy, Philly Catcher. He said this was Hurts. Y'all would say he can't throw and that he got carried. But since it's Dakota Chocolate Rain Prescott, we're going to gloss over it. The defense nice, though. Yeah. like, dude, like, I think Daniel Jones had more yards than this. And look at this Cowboy fan. Did you see Hurts yesterday?
Yeah, Hurts looked better than you did.
Like seriously, man. This is embarrassing.
Hurts didn't have 11 incompletions.
Look at this where you're at. Hold on.
In fact,
let me see into your Instagram.
Let
me see into your Instagram. Check your Instagram right now. Let's send it to you.
Hold on a second.
There we go. This is even worse. Look at this. This is what we're glossing over? Really? I feel bad for Dallas Cowboy fans because their intelligence is small like a peanut. Their brain cell is the size of a freaking walnut. This is what we doing? You got to be kidding me. Like, now I'm going to clown the Cowboys because we be talking about football, but y'all want to do this to us? Okay. All right.
So, wait a minute. Whose stats is this?
Oh, that's Dallas from last night.
Wait, 15 for 28? Is this Daniel Jones?
No, it's Dak Prescott.
No, it's not Dak Prescott.
Oh, is this against Daniel? Is this what Dan Jones had?
You tell me. You sent it. Let me see if that's Daniel Jones for real. That looked like it could be Daniel Jones stats.
If he had that on your team, man, you better stop it. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, he would. You gave me Daniel Jones stats.
Yeah, because I was against their defense.
Oh my goodness, that's
putrid. What he did to the defense.
He barely threw for over 100 yards.
Goodness. He threw more than Dak Prescott did.
No, he didn't.
He had what? 15 completions, 28-8 total yards, 100.
I mean, sure, he had more completions, but he didn't have more yards.
Well, of course he didn't. He didn't have time to fucking throw. I'm sorry, he was trash.
Yeah, they're both trash, but still.
Jalen Hurts was 22 for 33, 170 yards, 1 PD, 1 pass touchdown. But they run around here talking about Dak Prescott had more. Come on, man, stop it. The dick riding for Dak Prescott is crazy, man. It's embarrassing, bro. Like Daniel Jones was 1-6, 0 yards, 2 interceptions, 2 sacks. Oh my god. He's he's 1 for 6, 0 yards, 2 interceptions, 2 sacks. And they were down 26-0, not even halfway through the second quarter. That's for his stats, just that alone. He stinks. Yeah, y'all brag about being a trash quarterback. Hey, you know what I was just thinking about?
Yeah.
Would the Jets trade for Taylor McKee? That they need a quarterback now. Would they trade for Taylor McKee? Are they going to sign Carson Wentz?
They're not desperate enough to sign no fucking gingivitis. No way.
He can't be worse than Zach Wilson.
They can't be that desperate.
They're desperate, man. They're desperate. Zach Wilson was trash. Aaron Rodgers is going to a tear Achilles on a rain-drenched MetLife turf in 2.5 hours. Aaron expected to have suffered a ruptured Achilles and will miss some time. Damn, man. And now it's going to be, would Aaron Rodgers take that team to a Super Bowl?
Man, we lost Aaron Rodgers for the year. Sucks for Jets fans.
Yeah, imagine what Hard Knocks going to do.
It's going to go down the drain.
And maybe, you know what they need? They need a Carson Wentz on Hard Knocks. Carson Wentz is going to be a Jet. Watch. He's out there.
Oh, God.
What else quarterback would they get? I mean, he's the only available quarterback.
So you honestly think he's better than Zach Wilson? Wow, that's about as low as it gets when you have to really compare two bad quarterbacks like that. Wow.
I mean, what other quarterback could you get?
That's the bottom feeder totem pole.
I mean, he's a veteran, right? And you know, he would get another opportunity to play with elite defense, elite offense. You know, after that, he would
probably
run
his
out
only chance to be a starter. But again, if the Jets are desperate,
I think they're desperate.
It's going to have to be a bridge season because this guy is not going to be the permanent answer. But then again, Aaron Rodgers is almost 40. He ain't no permanent answer either.
They were desperate then, weren't they?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they not sign Carson Wentz?
Roll the dice.
Yeah, sign gingivitis so we can play him versus the Eagles. Could you imagine Carson Wentz versus the Dallas Cowboys? The Jets. Carson versus Dak Prescott in a Jets uniform. Like, they got some receivers. Garrett Wilson's there. The Jets win 22-16 overtime in a wild walk-off. Yeah, walk-off punt. Oh, a punt. They won with a punt. Look at that. Special teams won. Mike Clay, you seen this? Even special teams win it. 16-22. Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers wasn't great today. They were saying he was throwing a lot of bad balls, but still, it sucks that he ruptured his Achilles. When you go to the Jets, you're already injured. They can never have nice things. I feel bad for Jet fans.
Man,
they can think about it. The Jets have the curse, man. They can never get away with having a good quarterback. They always have to have bad quarterbacks. Like, think about it. They have to deal with Aaron Rodgers now going down for the season. That was the potential to go to the Super Bowl. I don't think they would have gone to the Super Bowl anyway. Do you?
No.
But they would have had a chance with Aaron Rodgers, wouldn't they?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers would have probably taken you to like the first or second round. That's probably about it. Nothing too deep in the playoffs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Cowboys gonna sweep. Yeah, they're gonna sweep. They're gonna sweep the fat faces when they sit on the fucking couch. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. I'm done with idiots, bro. I'm done with idiots. All right. But you got any final thoughts before we head out?
My final thoughts is let's clean all this up. We got 2 more days to do it. Fly, Eagles, fly. That's all I have to say for now.
Yeah, fly goes fly. Let's clean this thing up and let's go get the W. Support we hot. Support EC1. That's what we hot.
Let's go out with that theme song.
All right, man. Let's go out with the second one. Why not? Let's have 2. Let's have 2.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to hear about the rain, the snow, nothing. What did the Eagles say? What did want Deshaun Watson? Are the people who want Russell Wilson? Are the people who want Jimmy Garoppolo? Are the people who wanted to draft a quarterback? You look like fools today.
My nigga Side, turn up.